Another good job by our executive producer, Chris Eno, putting together that feature. The starting lineups are brought to you by Papagino's. Here it is, Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. Red Sox down 3 games to 2. Johnny Damon leads off in center field. Bill Miller moves to the 2-hole in the lineup. The third baseman is batting second. Manny Ramirez is in left field. David Ortiz, everybody knows him, the DH and cleanup hitter. Trot Nixon in right. Kevin Millar at first. Jason Varitek will do the catching. Orlando Cabrera hits 8th. He's the shortstop. And batting 9th, Mark Bellhorn. He's the second baseman. Curt Schilling, 0-1 against the Yankees in this series. 1-1 in the postseason this year. 6-2 lifetime in the postseason. The Red Sox starter, he was a 21-game winner this year, 21-6. He's walking in from the left field bullpen and hearing the boos here from the New York crowd. For the Yankees, who lead the best-of-7 series, 3 games to 2. The captain, Derek Jeter, leads off at shortstop. Alex Rodriguez at third base. Gary Sheffield in right field. Here come the Yankees, taking the field. Hideki Matsui in left, the cleanup hitter. Bernie Williams in center field. Jorge Posada is in the lineup. He's the catcher. Ruben Sierra, the DH. Tony Clark at first base and batting 9th. Miguel Cairo, the second baseman. John Lieber is 1-0 against the Red Sox in this series. 1-0 in the postseason this year. 1-0 in the postseason lifetime. He was a 14-game winner this year for New York. He was 14-8. The umpires. Joe West will call the balls and strikes. Randy Marsh is the crew chief and first base umpire. Jeff Nelson is the second base umpire. John Hirschbeck is the third base umpire. Down the left field line, Jim Joyce. Down the right field line, Jeff Kellogg. The GMC keys to the game. Well, Curt Schilling's ankle and its ability to allow him to push off and throw his good hard stuff, which is so important for Schilling, is one key. The Red Sox solving this pitcher, John Lieber, is another key. They haven't been able to do that yet. And the weather is going to be a key. The wind is blowing. It seems to be a swirling wind. There's a light mist falling, a very fine mist falling, and it seems to be swirling around the ballpark. At times it seems like the wind is blowing out towards right. So any ball hit towards right field should be helped by the wind. The keys to the game are brought to you by your local GMC dealers. The Astros and Cardinals have a night off in the National League Championship Series, which resumes tomorrow night in St. Louis. That would be Game 6, a must-win situation for the Redbirds. The Astros on a Jeff Kent ninth-inning walk-off home run, a 3-run shot last night, put Houston up 3 games to 2. Game 6 tomorrow night in St. Louis. And Game 7 also in St. Louis, if necessary, the following night. If there is a Game 7 here between the Red Sox and the Yankees, it would be played here tomorrow night at 8:19 with our extended pregame show starting at 7 o'clock. But to get that done, the Red Sox have to get it done here tonight. They have to beat the Yankees again. Johnny Damon, who's been struggling, approaches the batter's box. The Red Sox season on the line again. We get set for Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. To get us underway, here's Joe Castiglione.
Thanks very much, Jerry. Hi again, everybody. A raw night right now. There might be a slight mist falling, but not a great deal of rain.
They had a little delay. The folks from Fox were holding things up. Now they say, let's go, and we're ready.
Johnny Damon in the batter's box, just 2 for 24 in this series with 7 strikeouts. John Lieber's first pitch. He shows bunt, takes the cutter in there for a call strike. Lieber with great command, walked 1, struck out 1 in his performance in Game 2. He averages less than a walk per 9 innings. 1-0 in the postseason, 2.63 is ERA. The pitch. It's over the outside corner with changeup. So it is 0-2 to Damon, who's at 231 overall in the postseason with 1 RBI.
49 degrees at game time.
Here's the pitch. Low and away, back to our breaking ball. Damon didn't bite at it. They have Posada catching, Clark at first, Cairo at second, Jeter at short, A-Rod at third with Matsui in left. Bernie Williams in center, Sheffield in right. The pitch. Damon hits a ground ball foul. past the first base dugout. 1-2 to Johnny. John Lieber won his only decision against the Red Sox this year and took a no-hitter into the 7th inning when David Ortiz homered back in September. And, of course, he won Game 2. Had a no decision against the Twins in the divisional series. The 1-2 to Johnny. Swing and a pop foul, third base side into the upper deck and out of play. Lieber is not overpowering, even though he stands 6'3" and goes 230 pounds. He had Tommy John surgery, and Tommy John threw out the first ball tonight.
His son Tyler sang the national anthem.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Little low and away, 2-2. Tommy manages the Yankees Staten Island Rookie League club in the New York Penn League. Great guy. 286 games. Or 288 games. 2-2 to count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Hit around the batter's box area, rolling up the first base side. Posada playing with a bruised hand. Hit with a foul tip on his throwing hand last night. There was some question as to whether he'd play.
Yeah, the Yankee lineup was late in coming out. People were waiting for the lineup, and they were checking on the availability of Posada, who's in there.
Johnny Damon has scored 3 runs in the series, including the game winner last night. The pitch just outside a close pitch, and the count has gone full. Joe West is the home plate umpire, and he doesn't take much lip. So Damon, who's falling behind 0-2, has now worked the count full. He got that one right. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a weak ground ball off his foot. Foul ball. Went to the first baseman. A foul ball.
How many pitches so far?
9.
He had a 9-pitch first inning in his last start against the Red Sox here. He got the side in order on 9 pitches in the first.
And he averaged 9 pitches over the first 5 innings. He got 15 outs on 45 pitches. It was amazing. 3-2 the count. 10th pitch of the at-bat upcoming here. Lieber, the former Chicago Cub and Pittsburgh Pirate right-hander, delivers. And it's in there for a call strike. Damon let a fastball go by, waist high outside corner.
Why?
That was a good pitch.
This guy doesn't walk anybody. You gotta fight that pitch off.
Here's Bill Miller, who has good career numbers against him. Miller 6 for 22 in this series with 1 RBI, 15 of 31 in regular season play with a home run off Lieber. In the postseason this year, Bill is .294 with 10 hits and 1 RBI. He's not gone deep. So Damon now 2 for 25 in this series. Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball, pull foul past the first base coach, Lynn Jones, strike 1.
He caught the ball that ended down the left field line. He tried to make the play with his glove, and he hit him in the ankle.
And he's limping. Well, the ankle, a big story tonight.
That's
we'll see how Curt Schilling does.
That's not funny. Why am I laughing?
Here's the pitch. Down and in, 1-1. Especially when it's 49 degrees and wet. It's a mist in the air, and the wind seems to be coming in for the most part. The 1-1 pitch. Miller gets hit. Oh, that hurt. He hit him in the hand or the ribs. Lieber tried to get it inside and drilled him.
That was somewhere in the foot, I believe. Foot or the knee, or maybe right off the knee.
Yeah, he is limping as he goes down the first base line.
Right on the, the back of the thigh. Around just the outside of the hamstring area.
They hit a fleshy area, but still, it hurts on a cold night. He's still limping a little bit as he gets on first base. Here's Manny Ramirez. Manny is 7 for 21 in the series without a home run, without an RBI. As we come to the Giant part of the lineup, any home run by batters 3 through 6. Giant Glass donates $200 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Massachusetts. Manny getting .353 in the postseason with the 1 home run he hit in the Angels series. 7 ribbies. The pitch. Low on the inside. Ball 1. Lieber's thrown 14 pitches to this point. He struck out Damon looking and then hit Miller. He likes to work the left-hand batters inside and break bats. Manny's had limited chances against him. 1 for 11 in the regular season. The 1-0 pitch is a check swing, strike, and on the hands. Well, he likes to work inside. If he leaves the ball over the plate, he's in trouble. Then give up some gopher balls. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Strange things have happened in Game 6 of series. The pitch is swung on and missed. A low cutter or slider down and away. So count goes to 1-2. Manny out of the box. Big Poppy David Ortiz on deck.
Looks like it would be a Monday night game between the weather. Reminds us of the Patriots-Jets Monday night game.
The pitch. Swinging a fly ball right center field. Not deep. He broke his bat. Sheffield's there to make the catch for the out. So Manny Ramirez is retired on a broken bat fly ball to very shallow right field. And with 2 men down, here's David Ortiz, who homered in the regular season.
You hear some boos now.
He homered off Lieber here to break up his no-hit bid. And David, 11 for 23 in the series. 2 homers, 9 runs batted in, a .478 average. Overall, in the postseason, hitting .500. 17 for 34 with 3 homers, and he's knocked in 13.
Lieber gave up 20 home runs during the regular season. I'm thinking about one into the upper tank right here.
He gave up more home runs than walks. He walked 18 in the regular season, 0.9 per 9 innings. Short lead for Miller. Here's the pitch, and Big Poppy takes it up and away, ball 1. Hard to tell with the flags which way the wind is blowing.
I'd say towards right.
It is easier to tell by the mist. Lieber sets. Here it is. Swing and a ground ball hit hard to first. Knocked down by Clark. Picks it up, steps on the bag. Stiles retired. After half an inning, Red Sox nothing. Yankees coming up on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Well, we soon will have a question answered. How effective will Curt Schilling be? Can he push left? Can he throw hard? Can he locate? Can he follow through? As he gets set to face the Yankees here in the last of the first inning. He is not wearing a high-top shoe.
He just threw his last warm-up pitch and seemed to stumble a little bit when he landed on that right ankle.
Which he's been doing most of the season, it seems. As that torn sheath and the tendon dislocates. Schilling standing behind the mound saying his pregame prayer as he gets set to face Derek Jeter, A-Rod, and Sheffield. Schilling went 3 innings in his first start and was charged with a loss. He obviously wasn't himself. That was a week ago tonight. All right, Jeter in the batter's box. 2 hits in this series. 3 runs batted in. He hits the first pitch high to right field, not very deep. Nixon moves back and makes the catch for the out. The wind pushed that ball a long way. Derek Jeter is retired on a fly ball, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That makes Jeter 4 for 23 in this series with 3 RBIs. So, 1 pitch, 1 out.
93 miles an hour is a good way to start for Schilling.
Here's A-Rod, 357 with, that's for the postseason with 15 hits, 7 for 23 in this series, 2 homers. He's knocked in 5. The pitch. Swing and a foul to the backstop, strike 1.
That was 94.
I think this clock here is a lot faster. The reading is faster than it is at Fenway by a mile or 2.
Well, I've heard of the New York Minute.
That might be it. Well, his follow-through seems to be okay. It's the push off the rubber with that ankle. We'll see. He winds, kicks, and delivers, and the pitch is up and in, and A-Rod threw his arm up, and it almost hit him.
Well, on a wet night like this, pitches are going to get away. There was no intent there.
1-1. Well, you wonder if the ankle was a problem, or was he trying to knock him off the plate?
I think it was the release point.
Pedro knocked down Matsui last night. A-Rod does like to dive across the plate. The pitch is over the outside edge. A call strike.
Like a cutter at 89.
So the count is 1-2 to A-Rod. Sheffield to follow. The story this would be is Schilling can go deep into this game and pitch well. You need ankle surgery after the season. He's not wearing a brace from what we can tell. He's not wearing the high top. The 1-2 pitch. Low in the dirt with a splitter. Where he sort of turned around, did a 360 after delivering that pitch.
That's a guy with a ghost costume on with Ruth written across the front and the number 3 on the back.
It wasn't fat enough to be the Babe.
No, well, you know, and the great beyond the spread, I guess, is spread around a little more.
Linda Ruth Tissetti, Babe's granddaughter, who's a big Red Sox fan, was at the games at Fenway. She may be here tonight. Lives in Connecticut. Very nice lady. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul, fisted to the right of the screen. Out of play. Time for the best guess Red Sox trivia question. Whose ninth inning home run in Game 6 of last year's ALCS provided some insurance for the Red Sox in their victory over New York? The answer coming up next half inning. Schill with a 2-2 count to A-Rod. Outfield straight away and deep. Veritek catching. Millar at first. Bellhorn traded up the middle at second. Cabrera at short. Miller at third. Schilling gets the sign from Veritek. And now A-Rod, granted time, backs out. Manny in left field. Damon in center and Nixon in right. Schilling looking in. And here's his 2-2 to Rodriguez. Swinging a high pop foul off first. Here comes Veritek back by the Yankee dugout, but it doesn't come back. It ends up in the seats behind the Yankee dugout. Not much foul territory in that area. There's quite a bit of foul territory directly behind home plate. Some of the fans a little late getting here. A few empty seats. I would imagine they'd show up, though, with the cost of the tickets, despite the weather. 49 degrees and misty. A raw night in the Bronx. 2-2 the count to Alex Rodriguez, who had a big strikeout last night with a man at third when Timlin got him in the 8th inning with one out. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and another foul. Popped to the upper deck and out of play. That was one of the key outs of the game. If the Yankees scored, they would have had a 5-2 lead. And who knows whether the Red Sox could have caught up. They scored 2 in the last of the 8th to tie it. It was similar to the situation last year when Messina came in out of the bullpen, and the Red Sox leading 4-0, first and third, nobody out, and did not allow a run. Schilling winds. Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard shot to short, caught on the line by Cabrera. 2 men down.
So far, so good.
Yeah. It's actually not a real bullet. He hit it on a line, but not all that hard. 2 men down for Sheffield. 9 for 22 in this series with a homer, 5 runs batted in. 13 for 40 in the postseason with 2 homers.
How many pitches thus far for Schilling?
He's thrown 9.
In the first game he started here, game 1, in the first inning, he threw 21 pitches.
Sheffield and a big hit in that inning. The pitch. It's over the outside corner with a breaking ball. Schilling told Peter Gammons that he's dedicating this game in part to the man who signed him, the late Ray Boone. Ray Boone signed him for the Red Sox, a longtime scout and former Major League great. There's a high pop-up. First base side, Millar coming in. There the mound has it, and Schilling gets the side on 11 pitches. They didn't hit the ball all that well. After 1, 0-0 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Second inning, no score. Looks like they were wrapping the ankle again of Curt Schilling between innings, but seems to be okay. Got the side in order on 11 pitches. Last inning, Test Best Guess Red Sox trivia question. His 9th inning home run in Game 6 of last year's ALCS provided big insurance for the Red Sox in their win here. The answer, Trot Nixon. Red Sox trivia brought to you by Hess and Hess Express, your one-stop express shop. Hess Express, check it out.
Well, how timely. Guess who's leading off?
There he is. Christopher Trotman Nixon, 5 for 21 in this postseason with 1 homer. 3 runs batted in, 7 for 29 with 1 homer overall in the post. Red Sox would like to try to hit the ball up the middle and go the opposite way off Lieber instead of trying to pull where he gets a lot of ground balls hit weakly to the right side by the left-hand batters and breaks a lot of bats. Lieber didn't pitch till May 1st, wasn't activated till May 1st because of a leg problem coming off Tommy John surgery. The pitch, low and away, ball 1. Lieber missed all of last season. In fact, the Yankees signed him shortly after he had the Tommy John operation, knowing full well he wouldn't pitch for over a year. The 1-0 pitch, low and away, 2-0. Turned out to be a wise move. This big guy, 6'2", 6'3", 230, is 34 years old. The 2-0 delivery. And it's in there for a strike at the knees, 2-1.
We get so caught up in these postseason games that sometimes we don't get a chance to talk about some of the things that have gone on around Major League Baseball, like the Minnesota Twins saying goodbye to shortstop Christian Guzman.
2-1 pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to second. Big hop for Cairo, throws to first for the out.
Guzman's been a mainstay at short for the Minnesota Ball Club.
Is he a free agent or arbitration eligible?
He's arbitration eligible, and they're going to let him go.
The economic fact of life, although they have an owner that could buy and sell most owners, he just doesn't want to spend it. Kevin Millar is 3 for 17 in this series with 2 runs batted in, 6 for 27 overall with 1 homer and 6 runs batted in the postseason. A-Rod drawn close to the line at third. The pitch to Millar. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He worked him down and away. Lieber likes to work quickly. The Red Sox may try to break his rhythm. The 0-1 pitch is in there for a call strike.
How did this guy ever lose 8 games this year?
Hard to figure. He finished the season very well, 5-0 with a 3.12 ERA. He won his last 7 decisions overall. The 0-2 to Millar. In the dirt, 1-2. Got a call from Bob Schaefer, the former Red Sox farm director, now Kansas City coach today. He said, well, you played 5 hours the night before, 6 hours last night, shoot for 7 hours tonight. Why not? The pitch. Swing and a line drive, right center field, base hit. So Millar did what the Red Sox are trying to do, drive the ball the other way and up the middle. And Millar had that pitch out over the plate and lined it into right center field for the Red Sox first hit. And the first hit of the game.
Well, the pitch was up. It was a breaking ball, slider, and Millar went with the pitch, giving the Red Sox their second base runner of the game their first hit.
Here is Jason Varitek, who has caught every inning. Jason, so well conditioned. Of course, he is a warrior, and he's back out there tonight. 263 is average, 2 homers. He's knocked in 6, 5 for 19 in this series. Lieber's pitch. He shows bunt, pushes the bunt, third base side. Here comes A-Rod, barehanding, throwing too late and wide. Jason Varitek claps his hands as he dropped a bunt single down the left field side, the third base side, batting left-handed. The element of surprise there. A-Rod never should have thrown it. He had no chance, and he sort of lobbed it over there.
I'm sure the ball's wet in the grass. And Varitek bunt single puts 2 on for the Red Sox, and Orlando Cabrera, who's got 4 RBIs in this series, has a chance to get the Red Sox an early lead. Boy, the grass is wet. You can see it. As A-Rod picked it up, we saw a replay. The ball was just covered with moisture.
Orlando, 8 for 23 in the series with 4 runs batted in. Overall, 10 for 36 at 278 with 7 ribbies in the postseason.
This is the kind of night Gaylord Perry would love to pitch under.
Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, takes a breaking ball low and away, ball 1. Do you remember the last time the Red Sox had a bunt single?
Would have been probably Johnny Damon earlier this season.
Last night, Johnny failed to get a sacrifice bunt down. Minkiewicz had a bunt single. That's right.
The squeeze play on his own. Safety squeeze.
They were few and far between this year. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He pulled off that pitch. It was up and away.
In the pregame meeting, there was a little slider. In the pregame meeting, they talked about taking the ball up the middle or hitting it the other way. Cabrera tried to pull that last pitch.
He pulled off on it. If he hit it, he would have nubbed the ground at a short. In all likelihood. 1-1 the count. 2 on, 1 out. Lieber delivers. And that's in there for a call strike. He jacked that out of the way. It broke over the inside corner. We've seen Cabrera look very bad. First couple of pitches of at bat and come back with a base hit. He hasn't looked so good on the first 2 pitches here. 2 for 18 in the past against Lieber in the regular season. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count after Cabrera. Bellhorn is due. Now Lieber backs off. Red Sox are one of just 3 teams to win 2 games in a postseason series after losing the first 3. No team has ever won Game 6 after losing the first 3, let alone Game 7. The pitch. Low. Nice stop by Posada. Interesting to see if Posada has any trouble throwing or gripping the bat after he was hit in the hand last night.
He was hit by a foul ball off the bat of Manny Ramirez.
He, like Jason, is a Warrior. Plays almost every single day. 2-2 to Orlando. They play him to the right. Big gap in left center. Lieber sets the pitch. Swinging a line drive over third into left field. The base hit. Millard got a late break. He's going to have to stop. It was almost caught by A-Rod. He went jumping high in the air, and the little hesitation cost Millard a chance to score, even though Matsui has a weak arm and had to go to his right to grab it. Bases loaded for Bellhorn.
And Mark Bellhorn, who has really struggled in this series, is in a spot right now to really help the Red Sox. If they get an early lead here, it picks everybody's spirits up and puts a little more pressure on the Yankees.
So once again, Cabrera looks very bad on the first 2 strikes and lines up with a base hit. Good adjustment. Mark Bellhorn in this series 3 for 20 with 10 strikeouts, 4 for 31 in the postseason, 14 Ks. 3 on, nobody out. 1 man out, I beg your pardon, the first man. Nixon grounded out. Here's the set, the pitch, swing and a miss. He worked him inside with that hard cutter. Millar, who singled, is at third. Veritek, who had the bunt single, at second. Cabrera is the runner at first.
I'll tell you how wet it is out there. In handing the ball to get a new one to the plate umpire, Posada held the ball between his middle finger, index finger, to his thumb like he was holding an egg very gingerly. Didn't grip it like you normally grip a baseball. Doesn't get all his fingers wet.
Bellhorn 5 for 15 with a grand slam in bases loaded situations in the season. Grounds a foul to the backstop. He hit it weakly. He's behind 0-2. He was pretty good at getting runners home from third. 25 of 35 this season. 0 for 1 in the postseason in that area. Millar, Veritek, and Cabrera lead away. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Lieber. Swing and a ground ball hit foul up the first base side by the coach's box. He was stealing for that pitch. 17 pitches here and 36 so far for Lieber.
Derek Lowe in the dugout right now. He'll be available out of the bullpen tonight if needed.
0-2 the count. Lieber sets. Here it is. Swing and a high fly down the left field line, shallow toward foul ground. Long run for Jeter. It's out of play. Right in the area where Jeter went diving into the stands here on the 1st of July. This was too far out of play.
I bet you a soft drink that Fox shows that replay sometime tonight.
We've seen enough of it.
But I saw it live.
Yes.
I saw it live. I'd rather see that than all the fight scenes.
Yeah, enough of that. Overdone. So, it remains 0-2 to Bellhorn. Troy O'Leary has the Red Sox only postseason grand slam. That's Cleveland in 99. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, hit the second base. Cairo flips to Jeter. Out on the first double play. The Red Sox do not score. 4-6 to 3. He didn't have a very good swing at that pitch. And after 1.5, no score on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. So the Red Sox loaded the bases with one out, but Delhorn grounded into a double play, so they did not score. Matsui, Bernie Williams, and Posada here in the second inning against Schilling. They retired the side on 11 pitches in the first in order. Matsui had two big doubles here in Game 1 off Schilling to knock in 4 runs. The second one came with the bases filled and cleared the bases. He set a league championship record and a postseason record with 8 extra base hits. He also has 10 RBIs in this series, a league championship record. 2 homers, 10 runs batted in, 12 of 27 at .444. The pitch. Strike call. The Red Sox, though, last night held him to 1 for 7. They'd like to hold him to 1 hit tonight if they can. He's been that good. Schilling works 0-1, and Matsui swings and misses at a hard splitter. 90 miles an hour on that pitch. Upping in 2 to the Yankees left fielder Hideki Matsui.
When Bellhorn hit to the double play to end the threat in the top half of the inning, it's one of those rare instances where he would have been better off striking out.
Yeah, the 0-2 pitch. Just outside. That was close. Schilling took a long look in. He thought he had it. Joe West didn't agree. So it is 1-2. Red Sox have 3 straight hits, and they could not score. The 1-2 pitch. Down and in with a hard cutter. It was 90 miles an hour. Bernie Williams and then Posada. The Yankees have made few lineup changes. Other than Olerud, who has a sore foot, sore instep, feeling a little bit better. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball, left center field. Damon on the go toward the gap, and he makes the catch for the out. That was away, and Matsui, who's so good at going with the pitch, hit it toward the gap, but run down by Damon. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts. Try our new bacon, ham, and cheddar bagel breakfast sandwich made with egg, melted cheddar cheese, ham, and bacon, all on the freshly baked bagel. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only. 1 down for Bernie Williams. He has 50 hits, a league championship series record. And he has more home runs in postseason play than anyone in history, 21. He hit one last night off Pedro, his first of this series, and he takes a ball low. He's knocked in 8. He's hitting .321 in this series, .304 overall in the postseason with 2 home runs. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Schilling gets the sign from Veritek. Here it comes, and it's down and in. 2-0. His velocity seems to be pretty normal. Red Sox were rather mum on whether he'd get a shot or not tonight.
Mum's the word.
But he is not wearing the high tops, does not appear to be wearing a brace. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball, shallow on the infield, actually. Caught by Bill Miller for the out.
Well, the ankle does look like it's wrapped, because when you see him on those close-ups and you see both of his feet together, the right ankle is thicker than the left ankle. It appears to be wrapped pretty strongly. And there's a coloring there. I wonder if that's a medication of sorts. It might be like a product to keep some heat on it.
Change shoes between innings, too. Here comes Posada, the pitch. Fastball inside, ball 1. Posada is 7 for 20 in this series with 2 RBIs. .289, no homers, 2 runs batted in overall. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Posada, the switch hitting catcher, takes it low and away. A breaking ball missing. Schilling has retired all 5 men he's faced. Rather easily. He's been ahead on the counts. Here's his 2-0. And it swung on, foul to the upper deck, third base side, out of play. Sierra on deck. He's been troublesome.
Well, with the mist falling and Sierra on deck, we have a Sierra mist here tonight.
You're in late season form.
Whew. Well, can you imagine if we had some rest? What would it be like?
Actually, everybody's been too busy and too pumped up to be tired.
Right.
Like the Jack McCormick this morning. He's working around the clock. The Red Sox traveling secretary. The pitch is swung on a drive to deep right. Back goes Nixon. There the wall, and he makes the catch.
Hey, the wind held that up.
The wind knocked it down. That looked like it was gone. Posada thought he had it, and Nixon went back right against the wall and made the play to retire the side. He didn't have to jump. After 2-0 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Jorge Posada hit a ball that looked like it might go out. Most nights I think it would have gone out, even though he got it down near the end of the bat. But this cold, misty night, balls are obviously not going to travel too well. As we are still scoreless going to the third, and all set to bring the action your way is Jerry Triviano.
Thank you, Joe. And it's going to be the top of the order for the Red Sox, who missed a scoring chance in the top of the second with one out. 3 straight hits by Millar, Varitek, and Cabrera loaded the bases, but Bellhorn hit into a double play started by Cairo to end that threat. Now it's Damon, Miller, and Ramirez in the third, with the Red Sox trying to break on top here, trying to win a ball game and force a game 7. Jorge Posada scared the dickens out of everybody wearing a Red Sox uniform. As the slider misses low to Damon for ball 1. Damon struck out looking to start the game. It looked like Posada was going to put the Yankees on top, but the hawk is here. The wind held the ball up. Damon waits. He misses a hard slider. 1-1. Damon has had some of the ugliest swings you'll see in this playoff series, where he's 2 for 25. Wonder if he might try to bunt his way on. Here's the pitch. So check swing, bouncer foul to the right, another half swing. Varitek, among those who had hits in the second, had a bunt single. And Damon, who's never done well against Lieber, 2 for 19 in his career, is behind the ball and 2 strikes. It's like Damon's not seeing the ball, not picking it up. The pitch to him. Swing and a bouncing ball through the left side. Told you can hit. A base hit through the hole on the left side. Red Sox hit their 4th hit, a leadoff single by Damon. Let's see if he tries to do some running to test Posada in his throwing hand.
Last night, Posada gunned him down with a great throw. That's good to see. Damon going to the opposite field there, slapping a pitch that was away. Lieber's pitches are not down quite as low as they were in his first start here. They've given up 4 hits already.
Lieber is fair at holding base runners. Miller was hit by a pitch his first time. A check on the runner. He doesn't go. The pitch is a changeup high and away. Ball 1. Time for the Saab drive through the playoffs. The Red Sox and Yankees in Game 6. New York leads the series 3-2. The Astros lead the National League Championship Series 3-2 over the Cardinals. Game 6 tomorrow night in St. Louis. Saab, welcome to the state of independence. With a runner at first and nobody out, a throw to first. Damon back. Damon's 4 out of 5 in stolen base attempts in this playoff season.
There's been very little talk on either side about who would pitch Game 7. Tim Wakefield might have been in line, but he did pitch 3 innings last night.
And Bronson Royal will be in the bullpen tonight. Got to get through this one first. The 1-0 pitch to Miller. Runner doesn't go. Pitch is lined foul to the left and out of play. We'll take 10 seconds for station identification on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You're listening to Southern New England's home for the Boston Red Sox. News Radio 630 WPRO, Providence, a Citadel broadcasting station.
Miller has had success in the past against Lieber, 15 for 31 with a home run. Damon will lead at first. A ball and a strike to count from the stretch. Throw to first, runner back. Clark is holding Damon on. They have Clark at first, Cairo at second, Jeter at short, Rodriguez at third. Matsui in left, Bernie Williams the center fielder, Sheffield in right, Posada catching Lieber, who looks in for the sign, a quick worker. They slowed the pace a little bit with a man on. Ready. The pitch. Swing and a double play ball to short. Jeter gets it, steps on second, throws to first, double play. Miller grounds into a 6-3 double play from Jeter to Clark, and for the second straight inning, the Red Sox grounding into a double play, and with the bases empty and 2 down, here's Manny Ramirez, who flied out to Sheffield his first time. Ramirez is 7 for 22 in this series. He's yet to drive in a run in this series. He had 7 RBIs in the playoff series, the American League Divisional Series against Anaheim. Well, maybe he'll crank one here. Pitch is outside and low. Ramirez is just 1 for 12 against John Lieber. Lieber is from Iowa, lives in Alabama, 34 years old. Here's his pitch. That's a fastball on the outside edge. Japanese, 1-1. Manny's been taking a lot of pitches in this series. No score. Top of the third. A leadoff single by Damon. Then Miller grounded into a double play. Base is empty with 2 out. Ramirez waits the 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside and low. It's 2-1. The plate umpire is Joe West.
Manny's had his singles in this series, but he seems to be a little late on the fastball. And they've been throwing him a lot of fastballs.
If he gets on, Ortiz would hit. Red Sox have all 4 hits in the game. Schilling has been good through the first 2 innings. Manny takes it low. Hitters count of 3-1. Lieber walked 18 this year in 176 and 2/3 innings. As far in the postseason, 2 walks in 15 innings. Swing and a liner into right. Should be caught by Sheffield. Shy of the track, he makes the catch for the out. Ramirez lines out to Sheffield. Manny has gone the other way twice tonight. Nothing to show for it. We played 2.5 in the Bronx. Red Sox and the Yankees scoreless on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Curt Schilling has retired the first 6 in the New York order. Faces the bottom third. Here in the last of the third, Ruben Sierra, Tony Clark, and Miguel Cairo. If anybody gets on, Jeter would hit. Sierra, 7 for 17 in the series with a couple of RBIs. He's been trouble. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. Schilling's pitch. Up and away, ball 1. They've been retaping or rewrapping that right ankle of Schilling, who's wearing low-top shoes, not the high-top shoes you've heard and read about. He's more comfortable with the low-top shoes. He's happy with the way the medical people have taken care of the ankle. Here's a drive deep to right, but it's hooking foul down the line. Home run distance. Upper deck and out of play by Sierra. It's 1-1. Schilling decided to go with the low-top shoe rather than the high-top. Feels more comfortable in that particular type of footwear. No score. Bottom of the third. Ruben Sierra. A ball and a strike to count. He's leading it off here, and time granted the hitter. And tells us it's time for the Jeep Red Sox RBI leader report. The postseason RBI leader, David Ortiz for the Red Sox. Jason Varitek is second with 8. Ramirez and Cabrera each have 7. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a good splitter. The Jeep RBI leader report for the playoffs is brought to you by your local Jeep dealers. If it's not trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4. A ball and 2 strikes the count. Clark on deck. Sierra waits. Here's the pitch. And a slider misses inside, and it's 2-2. Well, Red Sox have to win to force a Game 7. This game is scoreless going to the last of the third. A count of 2-2 to Sierra in the pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen on a high-riding fastball.
92 on that high heater.
Curt Schilling, born in Anchorage, Alaska, now lives in the Tucson area, the Phoenix area.
Here is a very long swing and never cuts down on it.
He waits for the 2-2 pitch from Schilling. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a curveball. Sierra becomes Schilling's first strikeout victim. Schilling during the season had 203 strikeouts, and he fans Sierra for the first out of the inning. Now Tony Clark, 3 for 15 in the series with an RBI. Clark, the switch hitter, batting left-handed, 1 for 3 with a home run against Schilling. Cold, raw night. We started this one at 8:19. It was 49 degrees. Could be in the low 40s before it's over. Pitch is high, ball 1. I made a mistake tonight, and I regret it. They serve boxed lunches here prior to the playoff games. Should have saved it for the 11th inning. Not much available about that time. Here's the pitch. Fastball in for a called strike. That fastball was 88 miles an hour.
Well, last night's game was just about, it's 11 minutes short of 6 hours.
Bases empty, 1 out, scoreless here in the last of the third. Clark swings and drives it in the air to left center field. Back goes Manny, has the room. Shy of the track, he makes the catch in deep left center for the second out. Clark gave that ball a ride to the opposite field. At Fenway, that's into the monster seats. Here's the number 9 hitter, second baseman Miguel Cairo. He's 5 for 20 in the series. Cairo, the number 9 hitter in the New York lineup. Third baseman in looking for a bunt, Bill Miller. On occasion, Cairo will drop one down, try to leg it out. Schilling to the windup, and he stops. No harm, no body on. Thus far, Schilling's been impressive.
Velocities have been good. His location's been pretty good.
Changing speeds, keeping these hitters off balance.
Got away with one pitch that Posada hit deep, but the wind held up.
Here it comes. And a fly ball down the right field line. On the move, Nixon. He won't get there. It's a foul ball anyway. Foul ball. The wind pushed it, or it hit down near the end of the tarp down the right field line, down where there's not much foul territory. The wind seems to be hurting balls to right field. That hit off the tarp. Yankees, who did some early scoring in the first 5 games of the series. 2 in the first in game 1. 1 in the first in game 2. 3 in the first in game 3. 2 runs in the third inning in game 4. 1 in the first in game 5. They're scoreless here in the last of the third with 2 down and the bases empty. The 0-1 pitch. He's got a bunt. Takes it low. 1-1. Well, you figured somewhere along the line they were going to try to bunt on Schilling with that bad ankle. There's no mercy, really, in the postseason.
Never is in baseball. You exploit where you can.
One and one, the count to Cairo. Schilling has the sign, and here's the pitch. Swing and a drive, deep left center. This is trouble way back. This ball is off the track and bounces into their bullpen for a ground rule double. Well, Cairo gets his 3rd double of the postseason. He gave that ball a ride. The deep left center. It hit on the track and bounced over the 399-foot marker. And the Yankees have their first hit. They have their first base runner. They have a man in scoring position.
That was a fastball over the middle of the plate, about waist high, straight as an arrow, and he crushed it. So
Cairo in scoring position for Derek Jeter, who flied to right in the first inning. Jeter, 133 hits in the postseason, the most ever by a Major League player. He's 3 for 22 with a home run against Schilling. Yankee fans hopeful their club can break on top here. Red Sox fans rooting just as hard for Schilling to get him out. The pitch. In the dirt, what a save by Varitek. Ball one, a splitter in the dirt. Jeter will strike out frequently, but he comes up with a lot of clutch hits. He's 4 for 23 in this series with 3 RBIs. They all came off Pedro Martinez with a bases loaded, bases clearing double in the 6th inning at Fenway last night. Cairo at second, a 2-out double. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a splitter, and it's 1-1.
Schilling has never won a game at Yankee Stadium. He should have won in the 0-1 World Series, but Youngman Kim had some gopher ball problems late in the game that he started.
Derek Jeter, who has 4 World Series rings with the Yankees, to go along with those 133 postseason hits. He waits. The man at second, the pitch. Popped him up. Center field. Damon with the wind pushing it towards right center on the move. He's there. Inning over as he squeezes it, and Schilling escapes as Jeter flies out to Damon in right center, so the 2-out double harmless. Through 3 in Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. Red Sox nothing, Yankees nothing, on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Story of this game through the first 3 innings for the Red Sox. They've hit into 2 double plays. They've had 4 hits, but hasn't been able to score. Curt Schilling's been on his game here. They've hit some loud outs off of him, but Schilling has yet to allow a man to score. And the Yankees had but 1 hit, a 2-out double in the 3rd by Cairo, but Jeter flied to Damon to end that threat. So here we go to the 4th in a scoreless game, and David Ortiz, who grounded to first to end the 1st, will lead it off. Ortiz, Nixon, and Millar in this inning.
Yankees haven't scored in their last 11 innings.
Ortiz, 11 for 24 in this series. Takes a changeup outside and low. Ortiz is 4 for 11 with 2 homers against Lieber.
And Lieber's now given up just 1 run in 10 innings in this series.
His pitch. Fastball over the inside corner for a called strike. David Ortiz has hit in all 8 Red Sox playoff games to this point, as has Manny Ramirez. Manny's 0 for 2 tonight. Ortiz is 0 for 1. Ortiz first up here in the 4th. The pitch. Changeup goes low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Lieber throws a fastball, a slider, which is his best pitch, and a changeup. Has a good, solid delivery. Works quickly. Tries to paint his pitch. There's a fastball over the outside part. Called strike, 2-2. Infield plays Ortiz to pull. The outfield plays him slightly to pull.
David had 2 home runs this year off Lieber.
The 2-2 pitch. A little nubber out in front. Picked up by the catcher. Throws the first for the out. Ortiz hit the ball 7 feet out in front of the plate. And he's out 2-3 for the first out of the inning. Jim Marchone, by qualifying for the 3-up, 3-down promotion, Rolling Rock wants to give you a $50 gift certificate to King's at 10 Scotia Street in Boston. Remember to grab a rock. So David Ortiz, known for his late-inning heroics, hasn't gotten much done here early on in this game. Now, Trot Nixon. Nixon grounded to second his first time.
Opponents did hit .301 this year against Lieber. .346 by lefties, .250 by righties, but you wouldn't know it from the way he's pitched in the postseason.
In the regular season, he was taken deep 20 times, 14 by left-handed batters. Nixon, 5 for 22 in the series, has homered in this series. He waits. Here's the pitch. Fastball over the outside edge. It's a called strike. Joe West is the plate umpire. Trot Nixon made a couple of terrific defensive plays, helping the Red Sox to a win last night. Hits it on the ground, pulls it to the right side. Cairo will throw him out for the second out. 4-3 on the out. Nixon pulls another one, and these left-handed batters really struggling against Lieber. Varitek, batting left-handed, had a bunt single. And Damon did have a base hit to the opposite field. Those are the two left-handed batters who have been able to get a hit off Lieber thus far. Now it's Millar, who had a single to right center in the second. Red Sox loaded the bases in the second on 3 straight singles, but didn't score when Bellhorn hit into a double play. Here's a drive down the left field line towards the corner. It is what is it? It's a fair ball to throw to second, and sliding in is Millar. We never saw a call by the left field umpire, Joyce, but then Joyce just turned and looked at second base. As Matsui dug the ball out, the ball was out of our line of vision down in that corner. It hit low on the wall, just fair by a couple of feet. And Millar slides into second with a 2-out double, his second hit of the game. But Joyce, the umpire down the left field line, never made a call.
At short hop defense, and a guy with a better throwing arm might have had Millar. It was close.
So a man in scoring position. And Varitek, who had a bunt single his first time, has an RBI opportunity here. Red Sox have their 5th hit.
See if Jason tries to go up the middle or line one to left center here.
The pitch. Slider taken for a called strike. This guy just doesn't hang sliders, does he?
They try to pull him, and he gets the lefties to either pop up, getting jammed, or hit weak grounders to the right side.
Varitek has really struggled in this ballpark this year. 4 for 32. 4 for 42 in this ballpark. All 4 hits in this playoff series here. Slider taken for a strike. 0-2. So Lieber's made 2 pretty good pitches here. Little slider on the outside edge. 0-2 on Varitek. Millar, who doubled with 2 out, is at second. Varitek, who has 6 RBIs in this series, waits. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, skips away. The runner going to third. Up with the move over is Millar as he stands up going into third. Never made a throw by Posada. It's a wild pitch for Lieber, who had 7 wild pitches during the season. He bounced a pitch that bounced off the catcher's chest protector and bounced off the right side. And on the wet surface here, I think Posada was very hesitant to make a throw. 1-2 the count on Varitek. So the runners at third with 2 away. Varitek looking for a 2-out hit and a Red Sox lead. Lieber ready. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate off his foot. Varitek's still alive. He got another slider. Just when you go looking for that slider, you bust that fastball in on you. Lieber is a master at hitting his spots. Former 20-game winner in the National League. He was a 20-game winner with the Cubs. Pitches outside. 2-2. Had a 1-hitter in his career against Cincinnati back in 01. He was an All-Star in 01. The pitch. Slider in the dirt. 3-2. On deck is Cabrera. So Varitek, who was behind 0-2, has worked the count full. 3-2.
64 pitches so far for Lieber, so he's well ahead of his pace from game 2, and he was so stingy, got so many quick outs. The Red Sox have watched more pitches tonight, fouled off more pitches.
This game is scoreless. Red Sox have Millar at third, 2 down, 3-2 the count to Varitek. The payoff pitch from Lieber. And a ground ball foul to the backstop. Varitek stays alive. Varitek in the playoffs this year, 8 for 32, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. His 9 career postseason home runs, a Red Sox record. He'd like a little old hit here to give his battery mate Schilling a lead. It's scoreless in the top of the 4th. Now Lieber looks in, gets the side. Runner at third, 2 out. The 3-2 pitch. Varitek grounds another foul rolling towards the right. Varitek asked Joe West, the plate umpire, did I swing at a strike? And West said no. Varitek, a slightly open stance. He wanted time before that last pitch, and it was granted by the plate umpire. Now another 3-2 pitch to Varitek with a runner at third. On the way, and a ground ball up the first base side, foul ball, fielded by Clark. It's a foul ball.
Some of these swings have been rather defensive against Lieber.
Varitek's making him work. Varitek would like to get the Red Sox a lead here. Scoreless in the top of the fourth. The Red Sox have out-hit the Yankees 5-1, but neither team has crossed the plate yet. Now the catcher goes out, Posada to visit with Lieber. West goes right out after him to move this game along. The first two were retired. Then Millard doubled into the corner and left. He went to third on a wild pitch. Varitek, a count of 3-2. Trying to get the Red Sox a lead here in the fourth. The 3-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit center field, and it puts the Red Sox up 1-0. Millard crosses the plate. What an at-bat by Jason Varitek. He lines a 3-2 pitch after fouling off several pitches into center field, driving in Millard with the first run of the game, and the Red Sox lead 1-0. It was a fastball. So Varitek, his 9th RBI of the playoffs, his 7th of this series. What an at-bat by Varitek.
Well, he did go to up the middle, as we were talking about earlier.
Now the batter is Cabrera, who lined a single into left his first time. He lines one into left field this time. Down the line, it falls in for a hit. And Matsui plays it on the bounce, and Varitek stops at second base. So 3 straight hits after 2 were out here, and the Red Sox with another chance for a decent inning here. They already have a run in, and Bellhorn will be on the spot again with 2 on, 2 out, a run in. Varitek at second. Cabrera is at first, and Bellhorn, who grounded into a 4-6-3 to end the scoring thread in the second, will be up with 2 on and 2 out.
So the second time in the series, the Red Sox have scored first. They got 2 in the first inning last night.
Bellhorn waits the pitch. Slider over but low for ball 1. Bellhorn's 3 for 21 in this series, 4 for 32 in the postseason.
The approach seems to be better with Lieber tonight.
Varitek at second. Cabrera at first. A run in. 1-0 Red Sox. Game 6. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw him a slider. He didn't get it. 1-1. The Red Sox with a win tonight would force a Game 7 again at Yankee Stadium. But this one has a long way to go.
And it's never been done before. Never has a team lost the first 3 games of any baseball postseason series and won the next 3.
Varitek away from second. Cabrera lead at first. Here's the pitch. Hard shot, pulled foul into the seats off the right side. 1-2 on Bellhorn. Bellhorn does not have a postseason RBI this year. Well, Mark Bellhorn in the postseason for the first time ever, looking for his first postseason RBI. 2 on, 2 out, a run in. The 1-2 pitch. A little chop foul to the right. Lieber's thrown a lot of pitches in this inning.
He's thrown 23 in this inning. He threw only 82 pitches and tired in Game 2. At this point, 73 pitches. We're only in the 4th inning. So the Red Sox are up to their old tricks, working deep counts, fouling off a lot of tough pitches.
Varitek had a good at-bats, fouled off several pitches before he drove in the first run of the night. Bellhorn drives one down the left field line. Matsui on the move. It is gone! A home run! Or is it? No, it was touched by a fan. Touched by a fan. 2 runs will score. Bellhorn into second with a 2-run double, and the Red Sox are going to argue. They thought that ball was gone, but the left field umpire, Jim Joyce, said no. Dale Swaim arguing with the third base umpire, John Hirschbeck. Now Terry Francona is coming out. At the very least, the Red Sox will have a 3-0 lead on a 2-run double by Mark Bellhorn, but Francona thought the ball, as I did, thought it went out over the fence. It looked like it hit a fan and bounced back. It was off a fan
yes.
in the front row of the bleachers and bounced back out. It hit the fan in the chest and bounced back out. And the argument continues out there.
And that fan didn't even reach over.
No, it hit him right in the chest and bounced back out.
The umpires have to confer on this. This was not, what was that kid's name? In right
Jeffrey
field?
Mayer.
Jeffrey Mayer. This was not Jeffrey Mayer. The ball was right in the fan's hands. He did not lean over. That's definitely a home run, and the umpires really should confer.
Now they will.
Here's Joyce in.
Now they will.
To the third base umpire Hirschbeck, who had a good look at it. That should be a 3-run homer.
So now the 6 umpires will confer, but that ball, the young man wearing the coat out there had a dark-colored coat, and it hit him right in the chest and bounced back out. And the umpires are going to confer. And let's see what comes of this. At the very least, the Red Sox will have a 3-0 lead. It could be 4-0 if the left field umpire's call is overturned. But it was a home run. And Joyce thought it hit the top of the fence. But now the umpires did. Now the umpires got together to confer. And let's see what comes out of this.
Hirschbeck is doing a lot of talking. He had a good look at it, the third base umpire.
But then why didn't he give it the home run call when Joyce looked at him?
Joyce was on the move, but he wasn't all that far away either. I don't really know how he missed it.
Yeah.
Because that's why you have umpires down the lines in these series. You don't have in the regular season. This is a long conference.
This is like one of those. Here's a home run. It is a home run finally. And now Mark Bellhorn will circle the bases. And the Red Sox will have a 4-0 lead, and Joe Torre is going to come out and argue with Joe West and the crew chief Randy Marsh. Mark Bellhorn, his first postseason home run. He had to wait a while for it. His first postseason RBIs, and the Red Sox trying to come up with impossible dream 2, have a 4-0 lead in the 4th at New York. Bellhorn, a 3-run homer delayed by the umpires because they didn't see it the first time. They got together and called it a 3-run homer. The fan did try to catch it. He had his arms extended. The ball hit him in the chest and bounced back out, but the umpires got it right. And the Red Sox have a 4-0 lead in the 4th.
Now, Joe Torre is getting the explanation from Jim Joyce, who's doing all the talking right now. Torre's not arguing very much, but the umpires did get it right. That's why they confer.
I think Torre wants to know why they didn't get it right the first time.
Torre's not really arguing. Now he leaves. The umpires' meeting breaks up. But
that's the 6th home run of this series for the Red Sox. The first home run given up in the postseason by Lieber. And folks, don't go away yet. The Yankees have the ability to come back, but it's 4-0 in Game 6.
And the Red Sox really didn't get a good look from their dugout. It's very hard
Somebody
to tell.
saw it in the clubhouse and came running out. I think it was Pedro. I think it was Pedro.
Torre got a good look. That's probably why he didn't argue too heatedly.
Now Johnny Damon takes a called strike. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Struck out his first time. Red Sox have scored 4 runs after 2 were out here in the 4th. The pitch hit in the air, left center field. That ball's hit well. That ball is going to be caught out there shy of the track by Matsui as the inning ends. But the Red Sox put up a crooked number. We had a delay because of a discussion by the umpires. They got together, no hanging chads, and the Red Sox with 4 in the 4th. After 3.5, the Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Here's Curt Schilling with a task before him. He's been staked to a 4-0 lead going to the last of the 4th. Some big hitters coming up for the Yankees. Rodriguez, Sheffield, and Matsui. Sheffield in the middle of the order here as far as Rodriguez and Matsui coming up in this frame. Rodriguez lined to short his first time, and the task for Schilling staked to a 4-run lead now. Make sure these guys don't get on the board in this inning.
They've been blanked on 11 straight.
He's allowed 1 hit, a 2-out double by Cairo in the 3rd. Rodriguez hits it up the middle for a base hit. Alex Rodriguez grounds a single to center, the Yankees' 2nd hit of the game, and here they come.
Again, you see the approach of the Red Sox paying off tonight. with Veritek lining one up the middle, Bellhorn going to the opposite field, not trying to pull Lieber, and he hit it out, as it turned out. The first time around, they were trying to be very aggressive, knowing he wouldn't walk people, and they got a lot of soft outs on pop-ups and ground balls.
Gary Sheffield popped to first his first time. Home run threat, double play candidate. Schilling has allowed 2 hits. He's fanned 1, hasn't walked anybody. He's been throwing early on in the mid-90s. Lately it's been 90, 88, 89, 90. He'll face Sheffield. Runner at first, the pitch. Inside, ball 1.
41 pitches for Schilling.
4-0 Red Sox. They've out-hit the Yankees 8 hits to 2. Red Sox with a win tonight would force a Game 7 here tomorrow night at 8:19. Throw to first. Runner back. Rodriguez dancing off first, distracted Schilling, who threw over. Yankees, who had 61 come from behind wins in the regular season to set a major league record. 4 more in the postseason. The pitch. Slider in for a called strike, and it's 1-1. This New York club, daunting lineup, so you can't take them lightly. They're not going to roll over. 1-1 the count. Sheffield waits. Rodriguez will lead the pitch. Slider in for a called strike. Sheffield denied making those quotes that were in the Boston papers yesterday. He said he never made that comment. So you wonder where it came from. And Sheffield denying he said that about the Red Sox. The 1-2 pitch to him. Here it comes. Runner goes. Grounded foul. Third base side. That was not a hit and run.
He had a great
run with 2 strikes on you. So that was not a hit and run, but they started Rodriguez.
Well, if he didn't say it, that means he's saying the writer made it up.
Well, came from somewhere. Select Energy presents Select Hits in Red Sox history on October 19th, 1986 in Game 2 of the World Series. Red Sox had 18 hits against Doc Gooden and 4 relievers to give the Red Sox a 9-3 win. Select Energy, the energy choice for New England businesses. There's a career that got derailed for all the wrong reasons. Doc Gooden should have been a Hall of Famer. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded towards third base. It's going to hit the bag and be a base hit. Miller knew he would have a tough time throwing Sheffield out. Was hoping that ball would kick foul, but it hit the bag and bounced up and hit Miller in the chest. An infield hit for Sheffield as Rodriguez goes to second. Speaking of Doc Gooden, Sheffield's his nephew.
And I saw Gooden here at Game 2. Works for the Yankees.
Well, now, with a 4-0 lead, the first 2 for the opposition have gotten on against the Red Sox. The Red Sox leading 4-0, so Rodriguez and Sheffield have started the bottom of the 4th with base hits, and now Matsui, who flied to center his first time. Here's Cabrera coming in. He wants to talk with Curt Schilling.
Well, he made a very good pitch to Sheffield. He hit it down below the trademark and just topped it, but he got a good break.
Miller is hoping the ball would bounce foul.
They would not have been able to throw him out.
No.
Well, this is where the Yankee power scares you. 242 home runs this year.
8 in this series, 14 in the postseason. In addition to the 242, which led the major leagues, tied actually with the Chicago White Sox for the major league home run lead. Here's Matsui, nobody out, 2 men on the pitch, and there's a high pop-up on the infield. Now a foul ball. Kevin Millar makes the catch as Matsui is retired on a foul pop to first for the first out of the inning. More of a mist falling now here in New York. A windy night, a cold, raw night. 4-0 Red Sox, bottom of the 4th. Bernie Williams up, 2 on, 1 out. Williams popped to third his first time. Red Sox. I don't think it's a reach to call this impossible dream 2.
Hopefully they go a step further.
Yep.
And one did. One more win in the postseason. Although in those days you made the postseason and you were already in the World Series. So you had to win one series. That's why it's so difficult today. First you have to get to the playoffs, and then you have to win 3 different series.
Williams up, 2 on, 1 out, 4-0 Red Sox. The pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul ball. Right field line. Fouled by a couple of feet. Bernie Williams made a bid for an extra base hit and an RBI or 2. This was the all-time leader in postseason home runs with 21 and postseason RBIs with 75.
Now, that's why the Braves run sometimes gets overlooked because they've won only one World Series with all these divisional titles, but it's very, very tough to win those postseason series every season.
Red Sox with a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. Varitek had an RBI single. Bellhorn, a 3-run homer that took a while to unfold as the umpires missed the call originally and then conferred and ruled it a home run. Changeup high and wide. It's 1-1.
So twice in this ballpark where the baseline umpires have had trouble with balls that were near home runs. The Jeffrey Mayer game when Jeter hit against Baltimore here. And now tonight, Jim Joyce, they got this one right. They got the other one wrong.
This might have been one of those rare cases where if that guy was wearing white out there and it hit him in the chest, they could have known it was above that blue line, the top of the wall out there.
Maybe so. That was. It's very dark out there, too. It's tough to tell.
Rodriguez at second. Sheffield at first. Pitch to Bernie Williams. A fastball in for a called strike. It's 1-2. Williams, 9 for 29 in this series, including a home run and 8 runs batted in.
Jason really shifted away on that pitch as Schilling was working.
Little birdie told me that Bernie likes to peek. That's why you see him step out so often.
And actually, Varitek had to reach back to backhand the ball. So
yeah, as he's stepping out just before a pitch is thrown, he's got a little peeking going on. Here it comes. And a ground ball to first, knocked down by Millar. The only player is the first to throw over to Schilling for the out, 3-1. That's the second out. That could have been a double play ball had Millar handled it cleanly, but he's not known for his glove. Rodriguez to third, Sheffield to second. We'll see if Schilling is bothered by covering over at first base with that bad ankle.
Yeah, you hold your breath on plays like that. That's really what got it aggravated in the series. He didn't really run all that well over to first either. He was limping a little bit, running as hard as he could. Millar went down to a knee. He really should have turned 2 on that.
What do you think McCavic does with that ball?
3-6-3, or maybe 3-6-1. Might have been tough for first baseman to get back.
3-1 on the out as Posada comes up. Posada fly deep to right. Looked like he had a home run his first time. Nixon caught it on the track. He's 7 for 21 in the series with 2 RBIs. Rodriguez at third, Sheffield at second, 2 out, 4-0 Red Sox. It would be huge for Schilling to get out of this inning and strand these 2 men.
Now, they've been sometimes working around Posada, but Sierra, even though he struck out the first time, is scary.
The play on which Schilling hurt his ankle at Anaheim, Garrett Anderson hit the ball, and he and Schilling had a little bit of a collision at first base. Not much, but Schilling injured the ankle on that play. Not on what Anderson did. Here's a drive, home run distance foul into the upper deck down the right field line, fouled by a good 70 feet or so. But anytime Schilling has to cover at first, you have to hold your breath. 0-1 on Posada. Inning started with Rodriguez hitting a ground single into center. Sheffield hit one off the third base bag for an infield hit. Matsui fouled to first. Williams grounded out 3-1, putting runners at second and third, and Posada's up with 2 away. Here it comes. Popped up foul left side to the seats and out of play, and it's 0-2, and Schilling could use a strikeout here. That was 91 miles an hour. Posada broke his bat, wants another one. Red Sox got 4 in the top of the 4th to lead 4-0. Now the Yankees have a threat. 2 men in scoring position with 2 out. It's
swollen hand doesn't seem to be bothering Posada too much at the plate. He's had some good swings. Schilling has thrown 52 pitches to this point. Now, if we go to Game 7, the Yankees have a decision to make. Vasquez or Brown?
Well, let's see where we are. I'll tell you what. We'll really discuss that maybe in a couple of hours, okay? My fingernails.
We've been here before.
Yes.
So.
0-2 on Posada. 2 men in scoring position. Full windup by Schilling. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball foul, first base side. But there's a lot of twists and turns in this one yet to be played out. Veritek goes out to talk with Schilling. Just to be in this position of 4-0 in Game 6 in the bottom of the fourth here for the Red Sox, from where they were last Saturday, is unbelievable.
Certainly would qualify under the miraculous column.
2 men in scoring position. Time called as Schilling started to warm up. Posada was 10 feet up the first base line. The third base line saw Joe West, the plate umpire, about 15 feet up that line as time was called. Every pitch, every out, so important now. The 0-2 pitch to Posada. Up high with the fastball. You know, if you wanted to be a Hollywood script writer, you got the Willis Reed story of Curt Schilling here tonight. Let's say that you get a win here by the Red Sox. What if they get a win here if it goes to Game 7 and Pedro Martinez closes it out?
I had that thought.
Oh, man.
Remember Game 5 in '99.
Yeah.
We're getting way ahead.
Yep. First things first. Let's try to get out of this fourth inning, huh? The 1-2 pitch to Jorge Posada as Rodriguez dances down the line. And a ground ball to first base. Millar has it, races to the bag, inning over, Yankees don't score. Veritek claps his hands, pumps his fist. Schilling escapes, the Yankees don't score after the first two reached. We played 4 full innings. Take a deep breath, I'm going to. In New York after 4. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox lead at 4-0 as they move to the 5th inning. Bill Miller, Manny Ramirez, and David Ortiz to face Lieber. Will allow 1 run on 7 innings in Game 2. Tonight, 4 runs in 4 innings. In Game 2, he threw 82 pitches in 7 innings. Tonight, 76 pitches in the first 4. Miller, Ramirez, and Ortiz scheduled. Here's the first pitch to Billy Miller. And it's down and in, a cutter missing, ball 1. Miller was hit by a pitch in the thigh and then grounded into a 6-3 double play. Lieber, the veteran right-hander, delivers the pitch. Swing and a ground ball foul off Bill's foot. That hurt on a cold night. 49 degrees, the game time temperature reading. He's hunched over. And that's a 1-1 count. Visit your Eastern New England Volvo retailers and test drive the all-new V50 Sports Wagon Volvo, the official car of the Boston Red Sox. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Lieber delivers the pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit to first. Big hop for Clark. He underhands to the pitcher covering for the out. Miller out 3-1, and here's Manny, who's at a fly ball to right and a line drive to right. Red Sox got all 4 of their runs in the top of the 4th inning with 2 out and nobody on. Millar doubled to left. Third and a wild pitch. Jason Veritek, after a great at-bat, lined a single to center on a 3-2 pitch. Then Cabrera single to left, and Bellhorn hit a 3-run homer off a fan in the left field seats. He's being interviewed now by Kenny Albert on Fox TV. It's a little girl. She had a hooded coat on earlier. It was tough to tell. Here's the pitch to Manny Ramirez, and it's low and away, ball 1. He's no Jeffrey Mayer, though. He reached out over the fence. This man did not do that.
Remember who the right fielder was?
Tony
Teresco.
Right. The pitch. Inside and low ball. The umpire is now a supervisor of umpires, Richie Garcia, one of the better umpires.
I wonder if, how tall are those fences out there in left?
10 feet.
10 feet? I don't know how Joyce missed that call.
No, he was right there. 2-0 pitch. Swing a line drive, hook deep, foul down the left field line. Foul by about 30 feet. Man, he turned on that pitch. He had a good swing. So Lieber with 82 pitches now. Same amount he threw in 7 innings in Game 2. And he's 7 for 23 in the series. He's hit in all 8 games in the postseason. So is Ortiz. Neither has a safety yet tonight. 4-0. The Red Sox lead it. Big gap in left center. The pitch. Manny takes a ball low and away. 3-1. Lieber hasn't walked anybody. He's hit one and he struck out one. The first batter of the game, Johnny Damon, who went down looking. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Manny had a big rip at a pitch that was down and away. Actually, it was up and away. And he pulled off a little bit. It was a fastball. So the count full to Manny. Red Sox lead 4-0. 1 out, bases empty in the top of the 5th. John Lieber delivers. Swinging a fly ball to center field. Back goes Bernie Williams a few steps. He's there and has it for the out. Manny was out on his front foot. He was off stride. Did not get his full power behind that swing. 2 men down for David, who grounded to first and hit a little dribbler out front. Was thrown out by the catcher.
Red Sox could use some add-on runs.
The Yankees have not scored in 12 consecutive innings now, but it makes you want to hold your breath with that lineup. Red Sox had a 4-0 lead in Game 7 here last year. Never have enough. Here's the pitch. Ortiz swings. It's a high, towering drive to deep left center. Matsui started in, goes back to the warning track, and he makes the catch on the track for the out. The wind knocked that ball down. At Fenway, it's long gone. Most nights here, it's gone. But Matsuya broke the wrong way, recovered as it was hit very high, and actually camped under it to make the play. After 4.5, 4-0 Red Sox on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Curt Schilling takes a 4-0 lead to the last of the 5th. The Yankees have been blanked over their last 12 innings. They have the bottom third of the order. Sierra, Clark, and Cairo do. Sierra struck out on a breaking ball his first time up after hitting a long foul. Curt's first pitch is down and in, ball 1. Schilling now has thrown 56 pitches.
This will go down as one of the more memorable starts ever by a Red Sox pitcher.
The 1-0 pitch, low and away, 2-0, because we had no idea, nobody did really, even Curt himself, what to expect.
And before this game goes too much further, let's give a lot of credit to Jim Rowe, the Red Sox trainer, Chris Careni, and Chang Lee, along with Dr. Bill Morgan.
Breaking ball drops in for a call strike. Dr. Morgan, one of the foremost orthopods in the world, is done a great job. He's very well respected.
But Jim Rowe and those guys, Chris Careni and Chang Lee, those are some unsung folks down in that clubhouse.
The hours they work all year long, really. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high, towering pop-up. This may be playable. Bill Miller and Veritek over by the coach's box. Veritek can't get it, neither can Miller. Miller was playing deep. The wind played tricks. It landed on the grass.
Veritek actually overran it with the wind pushing it back, and Miller made a diving attempt for it and had to tick off his glove. That should be no play.
I don't think he touched it in the air. Might have ticked the glove, but he was yelling for it, and Veritek went a long way. Miller was very deep and wide of the line, even though it was hit very high. And Jason ran so hard because he knew he had a long way to go that he overran it.
I think
then he got out of the way.
Miller made a dive. He must be a pretty good swimmer. He was diving like he was going into a swimming pool.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball, pull foul to the right. If Miller is playing in a normal position, he probably was camped under it, but he's almost where the shortstop normally would play, or at least halfway to second base. Well, Schilling has to come back and make a few more pitches to get to Sierra here. The windup in the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a high foul, pulled behind the first base dugout, out of play. You still have to hold your breath with that ankle. You never know what's going to happen. We've seen so many strange things over the years here, especially in October in this city. 2-2 the count. The windup. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup. So he gets Sierra anyway. Got him off speed the last time. Same thing here. And that's 2 strikeouts. Both times it's been Sierra. 1 out for Tony Clark with a fly ball to left his first time up. Hit fairly deep.
We don't know how this game is going to win. We don't know how this series is going to win. But this is some baseball we're watching.
That's right. It's the greatest game in the world. The pitch. Fastball in there for a call strike. And games like we have seen Sunday, Monday, so far tonight, really bring that to the forefront. No, not Saturday.
No.
The pitch. Swinging a hard line drive, pull foul, first base side over by the tarp.
I thought you were going to start singing the Happy Days theme song. I was a little worried. Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. No, forget Saturday.
That was not a classic, although it was long. Nobody minded the length of the last 2 games, except those who had to get up for work the next day. Especially those hard-working elementary school teachers. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Clark goes down swinging.
And you see Schilling coming off the mound. That ankle is a little tender right now. Watch the end of this delivery as he came down on that ankle and put a little more pressure on it than normal. And that was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, by the way.
Here's a guy who's hit the ball better than any Yankee tonight, Miguel Cairo. He had a shot that one hop the 399-foot marker, went into the Yankee bullpen for a ground rule double in the 3rd inning. Schilling deals, and he shows bunt, takes it high, ball 1. The Yankees last scored in the 6th inning last night in the 3-run double by Jeter against Pedro. You said that was not that bad a pitch, but Jeter hit it down the right field line where nobody was stationed. The pitch is in there for a call strike. 1-1. 67 pitches for Schill, and what a lift it would be if he could give the Red Sox 7 innings or so, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. He'll go as long as he can. And the Red Sox weren't saying much about whether he would receive that pain-killing shot or not. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, hit to short, charged by Cabrera. One hand, throws on the move, gets him. The Yankees have been retired and have not scored a run now in 13 consecutive innings after 5. 4-0 Boston on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Before the Red Sox hit in the top of the 6th, they lead 4-0. We'll take 10 seconds for station identification on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You're listening to Southern New England's home for the Boston Red Sox. News Radio 630 WPRO, Providence, a Citadel Broadcasting station.
First up in the top of the 6th is Trot Nixon, twice is grounded to second. This is our New England Dodge Power Inning. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your friendly New England Dodge dealer, Dodge. Grab life by the horns. Nixon, Millar, and Varitek in this inning. Red Sox got all 4 of their runs in the 4th after 2 were out. Millar doubled to left. Varitek with a base hit to center knocked him in. There's a pitch low, a change-up, ball one. That was after Millar went to third on a wild pitch. He was scored from third by Varitek, who singled to center. Cabrera followed with a base hit, and then Bellhorn on a 1-2 pitch hit a home run over the left field fence out there, but it was ruled in play by the left field umpire, Jim Joyce, and 2 runs scored, and then the Red Sox argued. Terry Francona got the 6 umpires to confer, and they finally got it right. Joyce was overruled, and it was ruled correctly a 3-run homer, and the Red Sox had a 4-0 lead. The 1-0 pitch to Nixon. Little cutter misses inside. It's 2-0.
What we saw in the conversation, it looked like John Hirschbeck is the one who did the talking and got it right.
The question that has to be asked, why don't they get it right from the get-go and let the umpire go out there and tell Joyce he got it wrong? Why wait till all the 6 umpires have to get together?
Don't want to show anyone up.
2-0 pitch. Slider for a called strike. The idea is to get it right. I think they got to put those egos aside.
As I was going down to the clubhouse on the elevator today, guess who was getting off? Georgie Porgy. Georgie Porgy had a big smile.
Here's the 2-1 pitch from Lieber to Nixon. Hard ground ball foul, first base side.
That was at 4 o'clock. He may not be smiling right now.
Don't go calling their names. You get people writing us nasty letters.
Yeah.
You get me thrown under the bus for what you say.
Well, Jimmy Williams is the first one to say that.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Trot. Nixon trying to get on here. The pitch. Swing and a foul off the catcher.
Randy Levine, the Yankee president, stopped by the booth earlier. He said, great series, isn't it?
Did he ask for a forfeit? Nixon trying to get on here. He's 5 for 23 in the series, including a home run. Lieber delivers. Grounded foul. Nixon fouls off another pitch. These Red Sox hitters have made Lieber work tonight.
92 pitches. They certainly have. He threw just 82 in Game 2 in 7 innings. Still no action in the Yankee bullpen. Paul Quantrill's very questionable. He may not pitch again. This time it was more of an ankle injury than the knee injury.
Nixon leading it off in the 6th. The Red Sox could use some add-on runs. They lead 4-0. They've out hit the Yankees 8-3. The pitch to Nixon. Slider misses low and a full count. Lieber tonight has struck out 1. That was the very first batter of the game, Johnny Damon. He hit the next batter, Bill Miller. He hasn't walked anybody. He's given up 8 hits, including a home run to Bellhorn and 4 runs. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop foul left side out of play. It seems that the mist that was falling early on in the game through the first few innings of the game has all but let up here. It is still cold. It's windy. Wind appears to be, well, it's hard to tell in this Cavender's ballpark, but we thought the wind was blowing out towards right. The balls hit the right have been hurt tonight by the wind. And the ball hit the left tonight was hurt by the wind. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive, pulled foul into the seats. Lower stands right side out of play. Nixon again having a good at bat against Lieber.
Dick Michael stopped by to see us, one of the Yankees' chief baseball advisors, former Red Sox shortstop. He played for the Red Sox, but well, he was on the roster for a month but never got into a game.
Nixon waiting for another 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Called third strike, and Nixon unhappy with Joe West. A little cutter just at the knees, and Nixon's called out on strikes. That's the second strikeout for Lieber. Borderline pitch. So, there's the second strikeout, the first out of the inning, and now Millar, who's been on base twice tonight with a single and a double and scored the first run of the game, will be the batter.
Nixon still barking at Joe West from the dugout. That was close. Very, very close. Too close to take.
Millar takes a fastball in there for a called strike. Millar is now 11 for 23 with 2 homers against Lieber. 4-0 Red Sox, top of the 6th. Bases empty, 1 out, and the pitch. Low. Ball 1, 1-1. At times the wind is whipping into our booth here. It seems to be a swirling wind. 4-0 Red Sox. Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. Next one. Low and away, 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, we watched Curt Schilling in the dugout with the towel on his head. You wonder how much physical pain he's enduring.
You know, he did that in the World Series when he was with the Phillies, when Mitch Williams was pitching, and people criticized him for that. The 2-1 pitch. Hard ground ball to third, backhanded by Rodriguez. He throws across wide and out as Millar went in sliding feet first to first base, but Clark came off the bag and took the throw and tagged him out. Millar is out 5-3. People criticize Schilling for that. I think at times Schilling gets into his concentration so much he covers his head. He's either deep in thought or deep in prayer. I don't think it's trying to show a teammate up, or particularly in this case a question of pain. I think he's just so focused on his job that he has the mental approach of going through at bats and visualizing what he's going to do against these hitters. Here's Varitek, who has 2 hits tonight. Change-up low, ball 1. He had a bunt single in the 2nd and an RBI single in the 4th. He was aboard and scored when Bellhorn hit the 3-run homer. 4-0 Red Sox. Slider low for ball 2. Bases empty, 2 outs. So the Red Sox trying to mount a threat here with 2 away. The bases are empty. They did all their scoring after 2 were out in the 4th. The pitch. Fastball in for a called strike. If there is a Game 7, we would have to wait till after the game to find out who the pitchers would be. Starters. Here it comes. Varitek takes a slider for a strike, and it's 2-2.
I think it would have been Wakefield with Lowe behind him had Wake not pitched 3 innings yesterday. And, of course, thankfully he did, or we wouldn't be here.
2-2 the count. And the pitch. Missed inside with a cutter. 3-2. Full count to Varitek, trying to get on in front of Cabrera. Red Sox leading 4-0, trying to stave off elimination again. Swing and a foul keeps Varitek at the plate.
Still no action in the Yankee bullpen, even though he's up to 106 pitches. Lieber did not have a complete game this year.
Full count of 3-2 on Varitek. Bases empty, 2 out, 4-0 Red Sox. Here it comes. Swing and a fly ball center field. Bernie Williams almost right in his tracks. Comes in a couple of steps. Has it, and the inning is over. Red Sox go in order. And now Lieber is retired the last 7. After 5.5, the Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Not only has Curt Schilling given the Red Sox innings tonight through the first 5, but he's given them quality innings. He's blanked the Yankees on 3 hits. He'll face the top of the order in the last of the 6th, with the Red Sox leading it 4-0. The playoff races are always changing. Update brought to you by Fallon Community Health Plan. Life's always changing, and so are we. The Red Sox lead Game 6 4-0, going to the last of the 6th. The Red Sox win forces a Game 7 here tomorrow night. The National League Championship Series will switch to St. Louis for Game 6 tomorrow night, with the Astros leading the Cardinals 3-2. Derek Jeter has flied to right, flied to center. Curt Schilling into the 6th here with a lead of 4-0. The Red Sox have out-hit the Yankees 8-3. Jeter, Rodriguez, and Sheffield for New York. The Red Sox season riding on every pitch. Here it comes. Fastball, low, ball 1. Derek Jeter, all-time leader in hits in playoff postseason history with 133. Temperature has fallen to 43 degrees in New York. The wind is gusting at times. A raw night in New York. The pitch. Fastball, low ball, 2. Schilling hasn't walked anybody. He's paying 3. 2-0 the count. So important to get the leadoff man, especially with the power coming up behind Jeter. Rodriguez, Sheffield, Matsui, Williams, Posada, Sierra, Clark all have power. Jeter steps out ahead on the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Neither bullpen has been up tonight. On 2-0, the pitch. Ball 3, low and away. 3-0. Schilling has to throw a strike to walk the leadoff man here. Jeter is 4 for 24 in the series. He has 10 hits overall in the postseason this year. On 3-0, he looks at a called strike. Joe West is the plate umpire. Red Sox have Miller at third, Cabrera at short, Bellhorn at second, Millar at first. The outfield left to right of Ramirez, Damon, Nixon. Veritek catching Schilling. 3-1 the count here to Derek Jeter, leading it off in the 6th. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. Fouled it straight back, and it's a full count of 3-2. That was 93 miles an hour by Schilling. It was fouled off to the right by Jeter. Schilling went 3-0 against Jeter in this at bat before getting it to 3-2. The first time that a Yankee hitter had been ahead 3-0 tonight. Schilling has had good command. The payoff pitch to Jeter from Schilling. Swing and a liner caught by the second baseman on a short hop to throw to first for the out. It was short hop by Bellhorn, a sinking liner. Jeter is retired 4-3. So the first man is retired in the 6th, and now Alex Rodriguez, who has one of their 3 hits, a leadoff single in the 4th. He lined to short his first time.
In the pregame news conferences, Terry Francona was asked about a Game 7 starter. He said, well, if he's not used tonight, Wakefield is, as he put it, already been told to kind of prepare for that.
Rodriguez takes wide ball 1. Kind of prepare for that.
He might have to pitch tonight. That's the thinking, or that's why he was rather vague. But
I think I remember Terry telling me on the pregame show that he wouldn't use Wakefield tonight. To stay away from him.
Pitched 3 innings. Joe Torre wouldn't answer the question. He said, we're not talking about Game 7.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back to the right and out of play. 1-1 on Rodriguez. Red Sox 4, Yankees 0. Game 6. The Red Sox win forces an all-deciding Game 7 here at 8:19 tomorrow night. Our extended pregame show would be on the air at 7 o'clock, but this one has a ways to go yet. Schilling, who won 21 in the regular season, including 2 over the Yankees, lost to them in Game 1 of this series here. His pitch to Rodriguez. Swing and a fly ball. Right center field, Nixon under it. Backing up with the wind now. To his left, he makes the catch. Rodriguez retired on the fly ball to Nixon in right. 2 down, and Sheffield is the hitter. He had an infield hit off the third base bag as last time. Popped to first in the first. Schilling, who's wearing those low quarter shoes, eschewed the high tops, if you will, in favor of the low top shoes to feel more comfortable in those. They've really got the ankle wrapped heavily, but it seems to be comfortable. Doesn't seem to be bothering Schilling all that much. Sheffield takes a curve for a called strike. 0-1. 4-0 Red Sox. Bases empty, 2 out. Bottom of the 6th. This big crowd in New York braving the elements and watching some ball game here. The 0-1 pitch. Missing low with the delivery, and it's 1-1. Curt Schilling, 6-2 in his career in postseason performances. He has a 4-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Manny coming over near the line. It's going to drift into the seats and out of play.
Now the Yankees are at least a man short. John Olerud, Torrey said, will not play the rest of the way.
2 men short.
Quantrill is very questionable.
So the Yankees, without Olerud, without Quantrill, a couple of men short.
And Olerud really hurt the Red Sox in Game 2 with that home run off Pedro.
Sheffield behind on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The Red Sox ahead on the scoreboard, 4-0. Bases empty, 2 out here in the last of the 6th. Schilling gets the sign, rocks to the windup and the pitch. Low and away. 2-2 the count to Sheffield, who's 13 for 62 with 2 home runs against Schilling.
Just 1 hit in his last 11 at bats, that little infield dribbler.
Outfield straight away and deep. The infield playing Sheffield to pull. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball into left center field. Manny coming on. He'll get there and make the catch. And Schilling has blanked the Yankees through 6 innings. He gets the side in order. We go to the 7th. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Well, before the game, Keith Folk, Red Sox closer, was talking about the pressure now being on the New York Yankees.
Like I said last couple of days, I firmly believe the pressure's on them. I mean, they went out, did their job. They put us down 3-0. Now their job is to put us away. We're not supposed to win, and that's why, we keep talking about making history, Why can't we be the first team in history to come back from 3-0 deficit, But I firmly believe the pressure's on them to put us away.
Red Sox have put more pressure on the Yankees. We go to the 7th. It's 4-0 Red Sox. Cabrera's 2 for 2. He scored on the 3-run homer by Bellhorn, part of a 4-run 4th. The pitch from Lieber. Slider, high and wide, ball 1. They stir in the New York bullpen. They're going to get somebody up, I believe.
Pitch counts up to 108. Schilling's thrown 81 through 6.
The 1-0 pitch. And a little number foul, a ball and a strike on Cabrera. Bellhorn to follow, then the leadoff man, Johnny Damon. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. Cabrera waits for the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a fly ball into center field for Bernie Williams. Towards right center, he makes the catch. 1 down. Hey, Sox fans, $10,000 to be given away at Lincoln Park during the trick-or-treat cash giveaway on Thursday, October 28th from 4 to 9 p.m. For more information, call 1-800-720-PARK. Here is Bellhorn. He's been at both ends of the spectrum tonight. A 4-6-3 inning-ending double play with the bases loaded in the 2nd. And then he hit a 3-run homer in the 4th that took a while to unfold. It was missed by the umpires. Slider is in for a called strike, and then they conferred and got it right. They ruled originally it was a 2-run double, but then they conferred and got the call right.
The last hit that Lieber's allowed.
Here's the pitch. Broken bat pop-up into right field. That ball is going to be caught by Gary Sheffield with a sliding catch. What a play by Sheffield. Bellhorn broke his bat, and the ball was caught in shallow right on a sliding catch by Sheffield. There's the best defensive play of the night. And Sheffield went sliding and made a backhanded catch. And that ball was trapped, I believe. Well, no, he might have gotten the fingers under it.
Good concentration, too, because Cairo was going out for it.
The most pitches that Lieber has thrown in a game this year was 112 on the 28th of July at Toronto. Got a no decision. Here's Damon taking a called strike. He's 1 out of 3 tonight.
And that was number 113.
So that's his pitch count high this season. But their bullpen, like the Red Sox, is spent. Here it comes. It's over but low, and it's 1-1 to Damon. Red Sox got all 4 runs in the 4th. They lead 4-0.
Thomas Gordon didn't even realize he pitched in every game in this series last night.
Now they have action in the bullpen. Heredia, ground ball to second. Up with it, Cairo. On to first, inning over, side in order. 10 in a row set down by Lieber. Schilling back to the hill. Heredia warming up for New York. Let's pick up public address announcer, the legendary voice of Yankee Stadium, Bob Shepard. Irish tenor Ronan Tynan with God Bless America. After 6.5, the Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Before this series started, Curt Schilling had these thoughts.
You can make a name for yourself in one inning, one play, one pitch that you can't make in another series with any other teams. I thought I had an idea of what it was going to be like when I signed last winter. I got a feel for it being around Boston and when I went to Boston the first time, but I had no idea.
Well, Schilling has been outstanding tonight. Faces Matsui in the bottom of the 7th. 4-0 Red Sox. The pitch. Missing inside with a slider ball one. Matsui has flied to center. Fouled to first. Williams and Posada to follow. The Yankees have been blanked on 3 hits. Red Sox got all 4 runs in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Matsui with a fly ball foul left side out of play. It evens at 1-1. Schilling has had 10 counts of 1-1 in this game and then thrown 2 strikes to each batter in those 10 instances. He's 1-1 with Matsui now. Red Sox 4. Yankees nothing. Heredia, who had been warming for New York, has taken a seat. Matsui 12 for 29 in this series. Takes a breaking pitch for a called strike, 1-2. Scoreboard is brought to you by your local Chevy dealer, Chevy and American Revolution. The other series, the National League Championship Series, switches back to St. Louis tomorrow night for Game 6 with Houston leading the series 3-2. The 1-2 pitch. Up high with a fastball. He didn't offer. 2-2. They stir in the New York bullpen. Cold night here in New York. It seems the mist has stopped after a day of rain. A windy night. Schilling nods. He has the side. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Matsui with a ground ball to first. 2 hops to Bellhorn, racing to the bag. 1 down in the 7th. Matsui is out. 3 unassisted. Schilling has retired. 10 in a row. Now Bernie Williams has popped to third and grounded out 3-1. Red Sox scored in the 4th on a Millard double. He went to third on a wild pitch. Varitek knocked him in with a base hit. This coming after 2 were out. Then Cabrera got a base hit. And then Bellhorn hit a 3-run homer that the umpires missed and finally conferred and got it right. Here's the pitch. Curve over, but low, ball 1. Bernie Williams has driven in 8 runs in the series. He has 9 hits. 4-0 Red Sox. On deck is Posada. Next pitch. Fastball. Schilling wanted to know where that pitch was and missed inside. 2-0. Schilling up to, we're going to guess, about 88 pitches.
87, close enough.
4-0 Red Sox. Williams, a switch hitter, batting left-handed. On 2-0. Here it comes. Low, ball 3, 3-0. Second batter that Schilling has gone to a 3-0 count with. He was 3-0 with Jeter in the 6th, but got him to 3-2 and got him to ground out the 2nd. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing. A 3-0 pitch to Williams, who will take it, and it's in there, a called strike, 3-1. Ellis Burks on the top step of the Red Sox dugout watching the action. One of the smarter players in regards to the game of baseball you'll find. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a drive deep to right, way back. Home run into the upper deck. Bernie Williams. A 1-out homer breaks the shutout bid by Schilling. Williams adds to his career totals, his all-time career totals of postseason home runs and RBIs. That's his 22nd career postseason home run, giving him 76 postseason RBIs. His third home run of this postseason. And the Red Sox lead is cut to 4-1, and they go to work in the Red Sox bullpen. Bernie Williams, a home run into the upper deck, just inside the foul pole down the right field line to cut the Red Sox lead to 4-1. It came on a 3-1 pitch. Schilling in the first game did not allow a home run.
Well, most of the home runs Curt allowed in the regular season were solos, and thankfully that was a fastball about hip high over the inside part of the plate there by about 5 feet.
Ronson Arroyo is starting to warm for the Red Sox. Yankees' 9th home run of this series. Now the crowd is back into it. It's 4-1.
So the Yankees, who hadn't scored in 14 consecutive innings, break that drought.
Posada 0 for 2 tonight. Has 7 hits in the series. The pitch. Fastball, high, ball 1. Schilling starting to fall behind these New York hitters. What's his pitch count now? About 91?
92.
Arroyo warming for the Red Sox. 4-1 Boston. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, a fastball. That one is at 92 miles an hour. There's 1 out and a run in here. Red Sox trying to get 8 more outs before the Yankees can get 3 more runs. 4-1 Red Sox. The home run by Williams, his 2nd of this series, his 3rd of the postseason, was their 4th hit of the game. Time granted the batter. Posada called time on his own. Joe West is staring at him. Now Posada using his shirt sleeve to get something out of his eye. It's been a windy night. Yankees had 61 come from behind wins in the regular season, a Major League record, and 4 more in the postseason. Schilling doesn't want to see a comeback effort tonight from them. Pitch is swung on and missed. A good high fastball, 1-2. Good high heat from Schilling at 93 miles an hour. So he's still strong. Arroyo warming in the Red Sox pen.
Schilling averaged 106 pitches per game this year, 2nd most in the league.
The 1-2 pitch to Posada. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. You can see the players rocking back and forth, trying to stay warm, trying to stay loose on a cold night in New York. The Red Sox season riding on every pitch. Now Schilling tying his left shoe. That's the shoe on the foot that has the good ankle. Arroyo warms in the Red Sox pen. 2-2 the count here to Posada. Next pitch. Swing and a pop-up on the infield. Bellhorn, the second baseman, on the edge of the grass, makes the catch for the out. As he moved to his right, he made the catch. Posada retired on the pop to second for the 2nd out, and the Yankees Express has been slowed down a bit here. And now Ruben Sierra, twice a strikeout victim for Schilling tonight, who is fan 3 on the game. Schilling gave up 23 home runs in the regular season. Only 6 to left-handed batters, but Williams batting left-handed took him deep here tonight.
Schilling's going to go as long as he can. It's going to be tough to get him out of this game.
Swing and a miss, a good splitter, 0-1. Well, I don't know if Terry Francona, I bet you Francona doesn't ask him how he feels. Just go get him, big fella, as Heredia's back up in the New York bullpen. Red Sox in the 8th will have Miller, Ramirez, and Ortiz. Here it comes. Swing and a foul down the left field line, and it's out of play. Home run distance to foul. 0-2 the count on Sierra. Bernie Williams with a solo home run in the 7th here has cut the Red Sox lead to 4-1. Red Sox need a win to force a 7th final and deciding game here tomorrow night.
No, there hasn't been a walk in this game. 1-hit batsman. That was Miller, drilled by Lieber in the 1st inning.
At the 2.5-hour mark right now. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a splitter. Schilling gets his 4th strikeout. The Yankees get a run. 2 more innings to go. After 7, Red Sox 4, the Yankees 1 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Curt Schilling being congratulated by his teammates in the dugout. Indications are that he was through for the evening. He threw 99 pitches, allowing 1 run on 4 hits. A brilliant performance tonight, as he was hugged by Terry Francone as he came into the dugout. That may be it. He's still in the dugout with the jacket on. Arroyo had been warming for the Red Sox. We go to the 8th, and it is 4-1. The Red Sox lead it, not all that comfortable. We got all 4 runs with 2 out in the 4th inning. Millar doubled to left, took third in a wild pitch. Jason Varitek lined a 3-2 pitch after a great at-bat in the center for an RBI single. Cabrera single to left, and Bellhorn homered into the left field stands. It hit a fan. The umpire first ruled the ball in play, and then the umpires conferred and got it right. It was a 3-run homer. Bernie Williams homered with 1 out in the 7th for the Yankee run. And the Red Sox have Miller, Ramirez, and Ortiz in the 8th with John Lieber on the mound. He's thrown 115 pitches, most he's thrown this season. Miller is hit by a pitch, grounded into a 6-3 double play, and bounced out 3-1. They haven't had a hit since the Bellhorn homer in the 4th. The pitch is in there for a call strike. 10 straight set down by Lieber. Getting a lot of ground balls. The pitch. Fastball over the outside corner for call strike 2. He has walked nobody. He's hit 1, and he's allowed he's fanned 2. Both call third strikes. Look like Bronson Arroyo will pitch the 8th. Had a solid inning last night. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing and a pitch down and away. No, says the third base umpire John Hirschbeck. That was close. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Billy Miller. Lieber works. Miller swings. It's a hard ground ball right to the first baseman. Tony Clark does it himself. 3 giant steps to the bag. 1 man out. 11 straight. Retired by the right-hander. And here's Manny, who flied to right, lined to right, and hit a fly ball to center field. Manny's still without an RBI in the series. He had 7 in the divisional series. So it looks like Arroyo will go the 8th. Bronson last night pitched the 10th inning and got the side 1-2-3. Lieber waiting for Manny. Now he's ready. And now Manny pinwheels the bat. The pitch. It's over the outside half of the plate. A call strike. 120 pitches for Lieber. Red Sox, well, not working any walks. Fouled off a lot of pitches. Worked some deeper counts against Lieber than they did when he pitched in Game 2. The 0-1. Manny takes a breaking ball low and away. Heredia getting ready, perhaps for Ortiz, if there's a base runner here, but Lieber certainly settled down. He had just the 1 bad inning. Did load the bases in the 2nd, but Bellhorn hit into a double play. But Bellhorn made up for that with a 3-run blast. Well, 1-1 pitch. It's over the outside corner with a sinking fastball. 1-2. That was 88 miles an hour. Manny's 8-game hit streak in the postseason in jeopardy. Same for Ortiz. John Lieber ready for the 1-2 pitch. He rocks. Here it is. Low and away with a breaking ball. Well, Lieber's saved their bullpen. Done a very good job. Lieber ready for the 2-2 pitch to Manny. Here it comes. Swing and a fly ball looped down the right field line. Long run for Sheffield. He can't get there. It drops for a hit. Manny wisely holds. Sheffield grabbed it on a soft top on the warning track in shallow right, where the seats jut out, and he held Manny to 1, and that'll do it for Lieber, who gives up his 9th hit. That breaks a string of having retired 11 straight. So the move has been made for Felix Heredia. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Verizon Wireless, working in places other guys simply don't. So don't wait. Stop by Verizon Wireless today or call 1-800-2-JOIN-IN. The Red Sox leading 4-1, 1-on, 1-out in the 8th inning. This game coming to you from New York, New York on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. So Felix Heredia, who pitched briefly last night, quite obvious Joe Torre doesn't trust him to pitch very long. He struck out Ortiz on a check swing that David protested and then gave up double to Millar.
Looks like Paul Quantrill's warming up for them.
He hurt his ankle last night. John Olerud's not going to play in the series.
Can't tell if that's Quantrill or not.
All right, here's David Ortiz. Manny with a 9-game postseason hit streak. David's 8-game hit streak on the line. He's grounded to first, grounded out 2-3, and hit a fly ball to deep left. He left the launch one here against this erratic left-hander. Heredia's pitch is a check swing, slider, and he went around. Heredia, really a specialist, doesn't face many right-hand batters. Ortiz is 1 for 7 against him in the past, including last night's strikeout. Nixon on deck, so that's why he's out there too with 2 lefties. Millar batted 6th. The pitch, low strike call. Ooh, that was close. Outside corner at the knees with a fastball. 0-2. They're not holding Manny on at first. Clark playing behind him near the line. 0-2 to Big Papi David Ortiz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball, hook foul to the first base side. Grabbed by the ball attendant. Now Lieber saved their bullpen from further duress, going 7 1/3.
That is Paul Quantrill warming up.
Tweaked his ankle last night on that bunt. Left the game. He thought it was a knee. It was his ankle. The 0-2. Low and away with a breaking ball. 1-2. Felix Heredia has made just that one appearance in this series. Overall in the postseason, he's pitched twice. 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, and hit 2 batters against the Twins. The 1-2 pitch to Ortiz. Here it is. Low and away, 2-2. He bounced the slider. Four runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Looks like Bronson Arroyo will pitch the 8th. Sox would love to add to this lead here and make it a little more comfortable. Rather snug now. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. Just outside. Joe West took a long look. And the count has gone full, so it was 0-2. Now it is 3-2. Then Jones talking to Manny at first base. Clark looking at the dugout, looking at the mound.
He's going to hold Manny on. They can't afford to give up another run, so in case Manny's running on a 3-2 pitch, something into a gap, they want to make it as tough as possible for Manny to score from first. I don't know if he'll be running, though.
Felix Heredia goes to the set. Long pause. The 3-2 pitch. Manny goes. Swung on a drive to right field, but he didn't get it all. Sheffield, about 10 feet in front of the track, hauls it in for the out.
Looked good coming off the bat. He might have hit it down near the trademark.
Yeah, he had to pitch the hammer and didn't get it all. So David is retired. And Gabe Kapler's going to hit for Nixon. Let's see if that brings a Joe Torre move here.
That should bring Quantrill into the game. Here comes Torre.
Yeah. Torre really doesn't trust this guy. Kapler to bat for Nixon. He has not made a move yet. Now he has. So we'll take a 10-second break on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You're listening to Southern New England's home for the Boston Red Sox. News Radio 630 WPRO, Providence, a Citadel broadcasting station.
So Heredia gets his man. Lieber still responsible for Ramirez at first. 2-out 8th inning, and Quantrill's coming on. He's a gamer. It looked like he was out after he pulled up lame last night. We thought it was his knee on the pop-up, but it's more toward the ankle. And he was asked by Joe Torre if he could pitch. He said he was okay. Well, he always says that, so they weren't quite sure what to make of his statement, but we'll find out here, we imagine. Quantrill lost the 4th game when Ortiz hit the home run off him. This is his 4th appearance of this series. 0-1 his record. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 2 1/3 innings. Overall in the postseason, Quantrill 1-1 in 5 games, a 3.86 ERA. Got a win over the Twins. And he's really been used so often that some feel he may be burned out.
Well, we'll see if there's anything left in the tank here. Red Sox could use some add-on runs.
Quantrill pitched in 86 games this year. And that led the league. He was also second in relief innings with 94 1/3. Torre really didn't have much faith in any setup men except for Quantrill and Thomas Gordon, and both have maybe shown the effects of the overwork in this series.
Boy, the bullpens have really had to work in this series, and tonight what Curt Schilling has done for the Red Sox is to get them into the 8th inning with the lead. He only gave up the 1 run in the 7th on the home run by Bernie Williams. Schilling's job tonight, well, he was outstanding. That will go down as one of the legendary performances by a Red Sox pitcher.
Yeah, certainly.
Especially if they win the game.
You'd have to rank it there with Pedro's in Game 5 in Cleveland, although Pedro had the element of surprise coming from the bullpen where nobody knew that it was even possible.
Yeah, this Schilling surprise came 2 days early.
All right, here's Kapler pinch hitting. Gabe looking for his first hit of the series, 0 for 2 last night. He's batting for Nixon, facing Quantrill. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball, deep short. Diving stab by Jeter, bobbles it. Everybody's safe. Man, he rounds the bag and hangs there. Jeter went to his right. I don't think he would have had a play in any event had he come up with it. So a pinch single for Gabe Kapler. 2 men on. And the batter is Millar, who has singled to right center, double to left to spark the 4-run rally in the 4th, and he grounded to third his next time up. The Yankees in the 8th have Clark, Cairo, and Jeter due, probably against Bronson Arroyo, who's back on his feet again. Bronson did pitch last night. He pitched relief only twice during the season. Another indication Wakefield would get the ball tomorrow. High ball 1, at least to start.
If there is a tomorrow. Hopefully there is a tomorrow. There will be a tomorrow. Hopefully there's a baseball tomorrow for the Red Sox.
Kevin Millar has 2 runs batted in this series. Like to deliver one here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And now he backs out of the box. Millar versus Quantrill. This year, 3 for 6 with a home run against him. 4 for 7 in his career. The pitch. It's down and in with a sinker. 2-0. Almost everything's a sinking fastball from Quantrill. That was 89 miles an hour.
What the Red Sox would give for another run or 2.
They've had 10 hits. They scored 4 runs. Quantrill ready, steps off. Manny goes back to second base. Kapler, the runner at first, with a pinch single. Two and nothing to count. Red Sox have not received a walk yet tonight. Quantrill very seldom walks people. He's 2-0. It's in there for a call strike. He worked down and away. Another sinking fastball. Millar levels the bat. Manny leading at second. A lot of room up the middle with Jeter swung over toward the third base side. The pitch. It's low. Veritek on deck. No action in the Yankee bullpen. Quantrill in his first year with the Yankees, spent the last few seasons with the Dodgers. First signed by the Red Sox. Here's the set. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul. First base side. Here comes the catcher. Posada back near the dugout, and it's out of play. Oh, the wind helped push that one out. Many nights that's an out.
Now with a full count here on Millar, the Red Sox will be able to start the runners. Ramirez from second and Kepler from first. Now you'd like to see that gap shot into an alley.
Manny ready to go. Same with Ortiz at first, or Kepler at first base. Millar levels the bat. Quantrill looks in for the sign. He's ready. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul to the right, out of play into the upper deck.
Why weren't the runners going?
Kepler was. Manny got a late start. It is 3-2 with 2 men down. It's automatic.
Manny. Andale.
Quantrill looks in. Runner's ready to go. Quantrill comes to the set position. Millar is ready. And now he backs off.
Posada goes out. They got a feeling that Manny might be helping out the batter here, so they want to go over the signs again as Quantrill seems a little perturbed.
And he's going to throw him a fastball. He doesn't throw much else. See much in the way of surprise here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on 8th inning, 4-1 Boston. Here's the set by Quantrill. The payoff pitch. Millar swings, hits a ground ball to short. Jeter has it, throws to first, and the Red Sox lead 2. To the last of the 8th we go. Bronson Arroyo coming on. The Red Sox 4, Yankees 1 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Bronson Arroyo on the mound. Schilling did an outstanding job for the Red Sox. Curt went 7 innings. Nobody knew what to expect. He allowed 4 hits and 1 run. The home run by Bernie Williams. He walked nobody and he fanned 4. We have him with 99 pitches. So here is Bronson Arroyo, who pitched the 10th inning last night, his first relief appearance since May 9th, and he got 2 strikeouts, set the side down in order. He's going to face Clark, Cairo, and Jeter. Bronson Arroyo with a pounding in the first game of the series. 2 innings, 6 runs, 6 hits, and 2 home runs. Stopped by Dunkin' Donuts. Try a new bacon, ham, and cheddar bagel breakfast sandwich made with egg, milk, and cheddar cheese, ham, and bacon all on the freshly baked bagel. Price of participation may vary. Kepler in right for the Red Sox after hitting for Nixon. Minkevich at first. The pitch. In there for a call strike. Arroyo spotted his fastball well last night. Tony Clark has hit a fly ball to left center and struck out. Bronson Arroyo lines, kicks, and delivers. The pitch is a check swing on a changeup. He went. Yes, he did, says the third base umpire, Hirschbeck. Clark doesn't appear to think he did, but umpire got it right. Cairo to follow. Clark up there from the left side. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, the Yankees without Olerud the rest of the way. He got hurt at Fenway after he won Game 2 with a home run, as it turned out. And, of course, Jason Giambi is not on the active roster. A long lane right-hander from Hernando, Florida, kicks and delivers the pitch. Just inside with a breaking ball.
Think it ever got this cool in Hernando?
Don't think so.
It may be cool as far as the weather, but it's hot on the field.
Yes, sir. Been to Hernando, to the Ted Williams Hitters Museum, which is worth the trip. It's very good. 2-2. The kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a curveball. Tony Clark fans for the second time tonight. Tony's now 3 for 18 in the series. So they've missed Olerud. Here comes Cairo, double to left center and grounded to short.
Want to keep this guy off base, the number 9 hitter, with Jeter, Rodriguez, and Sheffield around the corner, not to mention Matsui.
And the bullpen's going to get busy.
Myers
got a big out last night, getting Matsui. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt and takes a call strike. He appeared to be taking all the way. Miller was stationed in at third, guarding against the possible bunt. Red Sox 4, Yankees 1, 1 out, bases empty in the last of the 8th. Bronson Arroyo delivers, and Cairo takes it low and away. Cairo has had 6 hits in the series. Arroyo finished 5-0. Red Sox won his last 9 starts during the season. The pitch, swinging a foul, slashed into the upper deck and out of play. Pitched very well against the Angels in Game 3, left with a 6-1 lead in the 7th. But the bullpen blew that, although the Red Sox won the game. And he pitched poorly in his start in Game 3 here, but very good in relief last night.
Their starter Lieber threw 124 pitches tonight.
Most of the season. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul, poke to the right, out of play. Lieber 7 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned, no walks, a hit batsman, 2 strikeouts. Schilling we have with 99 pitches. Bronson Arroyo trying to get the side here in order. Looks like don't want any drama. Had enough the last 2 days. The 1-2 pitch. Little bit low and away with a breaking ball. Red Sox got Arroyo on waivers from the Pirates, and they didn't pitch him much his first spring training. They wanted to sort of keep him a secret. Mariano Rivera's out in the bullpen with a ski cap on. He is not even stretched tonight, from what we can tell. The 2-2 pitch to Cairo. Swinging another fly ball foul down the right field side. It's out of play. Kapler went over, but no chance. Spoiling those breaking balls. Cairo didn't strike out much. But Myers getting ready for Matsui. That's still down the road.
But better to be prepared.
Exactly. Miguel Cairo has a 2-2 count. Arroyo looking in. Now he winds, the kick and the pitch. Swinging a line drive down the right field line. It's fair, hitting on the track, going into the corner. Kapler grabs it. Cairo on his way to second with his second double of the game. Yeah, he kept going with those pitches away and poked this one on the low line, down the line in right. A 1-out double.
Here come the big people.
With a 1-out double that started the problem in Game 7 last year. That was hit by
in
Jeter.
the 8th inning, right?
Yep. That was against Pedro. Derek Jeter, 0 for 3, a fly ball to right. Fly ball to center and a ground out to the second baseman. He's 4 for 26 in the series. Cairo's giving the Red Sox a lot of trouble. So the tying run is in the on-deck circle right now. Arroyo sets the pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit, left field. Here comes the run to score. Manny's throw in to second. Cairo scores, and it is 4-2 Boston. So the tying run comes to the plate. Jeter lining one over short into left.
Jeter, his 134th career postseason hit, adding to his major league record. And now look who's representing the tying run.
It's A-Rod, line to short, single to center, hit a fly ball to right. Derek Jeter got a breaking ball, the quick breaking ball that was waist high over the plate, and hit it hard on a low line into left. Myers, the only one throwing in the bullpen. Arroyo is ready. His pitch. Curve is high and inside. Ball 1. Well, Arroyo's been charged with a run after he got the first batter here. A-Rod took him deep in Game 3 with a bomb.
Here's Dave Wallace out. Break up the rhythm here for New York.
Timlin's got to get up.
Yeah, finally a right-hander starts to loosen for the Red Sox. Timlin just now getting on his feet.
got Rodriguez and Sheffield before you get to Matsui. There's a hanging curveball that A-Rod hit out at Fenway. So the tying run is at the plate. Red Sox haven't scored since the 4th. The Yankees got the Bernie home run in the 7th. Recall the words of one of the Yankee writers last night, these games don't really get going to the 7th inning. And here we are where the heat is on.
Yankees have a pitcher starting to get ready in their pen.
See if it's Rivera.
I believe it is.
1 out, 1 on. Jeter, maybe his 4th RBI of the series. A-Rod, the tying run.
Double play ball would look good.
Here's the stretch, the pitch. And the curve is in there for a strike. Bellhorn swung over toward the middle of the diamond. Outfield very deep. They don't want an extra base hit. Keith Folk has not started to loosen yet because he's thrown over 70 pitches the last couple of days.
It is Rivera on his feet in the Yankee bullpen.
4-2, Red Sox lead it. Arroyo sets. And the 1-1. A-Rod takes a curve in there for a call strike. Folk last night threw 22 pitches, 50 the night before, so he's thrown 72 pitches. At this rate, he's not going to get the night off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Alex Rodriguez pinwheels the bat. And now backs out as Arroyo takes his time. He got the first man striking out Clark, but Cairo, after a good at bat, fouling off some pitches away, trying to double to right. Gators single to left on the first pitch. Thompson, Arroyo to the set. The 1-2. Just outside. That was close. That was a fastball, and A-Rod took a deep breath.
The mist has started to fall again.
That could have easily been strike 3.
Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy in this series.
That's for sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. A-Rod ready. Arroyo pitching in the shirt sleeves on a chilly night. Takes too long, and A-Rod backs out.
None of the 3 relievers warming up are really firing the ball. They're just trying to get a little circulation.
The 2-2. Swing and a foul tip. He just did get a piece of it. He rolled it off the catcher's shin guard. A curveball away. A weak swing by A-Rod, but he does stay alive. Red Sox led 4-0. After 3.5, it is now the Red Sox 4, the Yankees 2. I'll tell you, that ball 2 pitch looked very good. A-Rod taps the bat, pinwheels it. Jeter with a short lead at first. Here's the set, the pitch. Swing and a dribbler off the end of the bat down the first base side. Arroyo picks it up, and he tracked him. He dropped the ball. It rolls down the right field line. Jeter hitting third. He's going to score. A-Rod at second. He should have been out. Arroyo was indecisive. It's 4-3 in favor of the Red Sox as Arroyo went to pick the ball up, and he tagged A-Rod. I think the Red Sox are going to argue that A-Rod slapped the ball out of his hands. He was uncertain whether to tag him or flip to first. And the first base umpire is guy going to confer with the home plate umpire, Joe West. So here's a major decision. Did he knock the ball out of his hand? Was he outside the restraining line?
Anyway, the Red Sox botched that up as Minkiewicz got in the way of Arroyo. Yeah, he went out with his left arm to knock the ball away.
He slapped it away.
I don't know if the umpire saw it, though.
He had the ball in the glove, and he slapped the glove. He slapped the glove with his hand. Knocked the ball out. That's not legal.
But I wonder if Arroyo screened the umpires. I wonder if they saw it. Probably the only one who shot at it was the right field line umpire.
He clearly
This is going to be
the ball. This is a huge decision, a very, very big decision here.
A very pivotal point in this ball game, in this series.
If they don't change it, the Yankees would have the tying run at second and 1 out.
If they change it, Jeter will have to come back out.
Long conference continues. He clearly slapped the ball out of Arroyo's glove. Arroyo could have tagged him with the ball in his bare hand, but then he elected to keep it in the glove with one hand. He didn't have it covered. Let's see what the ruling is going to be. They're breaking up. And now they're pointing to Jeter. He's out.
He's out.
A-Rod is out. Jeter goes back to first, and here comes Torrey. Well, they got it right again.
Give the umpires credit.
They got it right.
Give the umpires credit. They did. Now they have balls being thrown from the upper deck and bottles cascading down at the umpires.
One
just missed.
One just
Jeff
missed
Kellogg.
Roy White, the first base coach. This is awful. They're going to have a long delay here. Bottles and
Terry Francona
flying out. They better get the team off the field here.
Terry Francona wants his team to leave the field. Now A-Rod's on the mound.
Run for cover. This is getting very dangerous.
A-Rod's on the mound talking with Jim Joyce.
Torrey's barking now.
Left field umpire.
Randy Marsh, I think, was the one who led the conference, and Torrey's as hot as we've seen him. Well, for the moment, the plastic bottle
well, Jeter should
stop. Here's another one coming down.
Let's see. They're going to penalize the Yankees, I think, by putting Jeter back at first.
Yep.
He should have been at second base. But with the interference by Alex Rodriguez, they pointed towards first base for Jeter.
He clearly slapped the ball out of the glove with his hand.
One of the security guards just got hit by a ball from the upper deck.
And they're still raining bottles here. They stopped momentarily. A huge play here. He took his left hand and he slapped the ball out of the glove of Arroyo. It's that simple. You can't do that. It was so obvious.
Doug Mankiewicz was almost in his way running down to first. He might have been called for interference.
And so Randy Marsh is the one who made the call, and A-Rod stands at second waving his arms.
I think they're going to put Jeter back to second base. Jeter's in the dugout giving it the safe call, and he's wrong.
The score will be 4-2 as the security people are out here and the grounds crew picking up the bottles.
So Rodriguez is going to be out for the second out of the inning.
If the fans saw the replay, they wouldn't be
you never know,
arguing as much.
The sane ones would get it.
He clearly slapped the ball out of his hand intentionally. And
Torrey's still out there arguing.
Question is whether here comes Jeter back on the field.
They're going to put him at first base, so they're going to tell the Yankees that because of the interference, you got the rule book out because of the slap attempt by Alex Rodriguez, they're going to put Jeter back to first base, and they'll take a run away from the Yankees.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
No. Now the field has been cleared of debris. The Red Sox almost botched it by Mankiewicz and Arroyo being indecisive as to who was going to get the ball, who was going to cover. So Jeter's back to first, and A-Rod is out. What's it going to be? One unassisted, I guess.
Again, I don't know why Randy Marsh didn't call it right away. I thought he had a decent look from one angle.
He might have been screened by Mankiewicz. And I think it was the right field umpire Kellogg who might have helped bail it out along with Joe West, or maybe the third base umpire Hirschbeck.
Well, here is Sheffield with Jeter back at first base and 2 men out. Still a tying run at the plate. Put out goes to Arroyo. Here's the pitch. Sheffield swings and pops a foul back and out of play. 0-1 the count.
A-Rod clearly tried to slap the ball out of Arroyo's glove. The umpire's got it right. And the first base umpire, Marsh, should have seen it. He gave the safe sign. I don't know how Marsh missed it. Then again, I don't know how Joyce missed the home run by Bellhorn.
All right, it's up to Arroyo now to get the last out here in the 8th inning. Sheffield has been struggling of late. He had an infield hit tonight. It hit third base, popped out and flied out the pitch. Low and away. If he doesn't get him, we'd see the left-hander Myers, in all likelihood, to face Matsui, who would represent the tying run.
What a series. What a series.
No. You're talking about that play a long time. The pitch is swung on, a pop-up foul off third, fading into the seats and out of play.
They had to put Jeter back to first base because they couldn't penalize the Red Sox by letting that man advance. Well, he would have advanced if A-Rod was just out one unassisted. He'd be at second base. But because A-Rod tried to slap the ball out of Arroyo's glove, the batter was out and the runner was forced to go back to first.
The 1-2 pitch, now time granted as he backs out of the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch, and it swung on and popped up around the mound. Now behind the plate as the wind pushes it, and it's caught by Varitek, a foul to the catcher, and the side is retired. So the Yankees get just the 1 run. What a play. After 8, it is 4-2 Red Sox on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. All right, Derek Jeter drove in a run on the last of the 8th, but that was all the Yankees got as Quantrill gets set for the 9th. The Red Sox leading at 4-2.
Keith Folk is up in the bullpen.
Alex Rodriguez clearly slapped the ball out. That would be an interference call. Yes. The ball was dead.
It would be interference on the part of the batter runner. And they sent Jeter back to first base. That is a huge play in this ball game.
The Yankees would have had it 4-3 with a runner at second base, the tying run. And here's Quantrill.
And 1 out.
Right. 1 out. Instead it was 2 outs, and Sheffield followed with a foul to the catcher. All right, here's Varitek. He drove home the first run with a single to center in the 4th. He's had a bunt single and it hit a fly ball to center, and he swings and fouls it to the backstop. Strike 1. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Certainly never seen it called before. Paul Quantrill delivers the pitch, and it's inside. So Rivera took a seat after the Yankees were retired. Red Sox would love to add on some runs here. It's only a 2-run lead. The pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. They haven't scored since the 4th. In fact, they got all 4 of their runs in the 4th inning.
Can I ask you a personal question?
I know my rule book is torn and tattered, but it works.
Yeah, but why does your rule book have tire tread marks on it?
Dropped it somewhere. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul down the left field line, out of play.
And you backed up over it when you went back to retrieve it.
Yeah. Well, it's a play they'll be talking about a long time. Finally, the Red Sox get a couple of breaks after what happened in '99 here. The 1-2 pitch. It's just outside and low, 2-2. Well, it'll be interesting to hear the explanation, hear what Joe Torre says, but the umpires did get it right. Terry Francona was right out there and asked for the umpires to caucus, and they did. They got it right. Home plate umpire West might have been the one who made the final ruling. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball off the pitcher's foot into center field. A base hit. Quantrill, the former hockey player, tried to make a kick save and may have touched it, but he did not slow it down very much.
You bunt here with Cabrera?
Well, Bellhorn had a home run and has hit the ball hard tonight. Perhaps Varitek is 3 for 4. Here's the guy left twice and fly to center.
Varitek's a guy who has struggled hitting in this ballpark until the postseason.
Quantrill looking in. Now the bullpen busy again for the Yankees.
That's Sturts.
Go to first and runner back standing safely.
Loaiza.
Was the loser last night. The pitch. Swinging a long foul to left. He turned on that one, hit it into the upper deck. Quantrill doesn't appear to have much left in the tank, and here comes Mel Stoudemire to ask him about it.
It's taking a long time between pitches.
Well, he hurt the ankle last night. He's had the bad knee. And Joe Torre asked him how he was feeling. He said he's fine, but I think they questioned that.
Kenyon Sturch is going to join Loaiza in the bullpen.
Veritek has led off the ninth inning with a single. The Red Sox have out hit the Yankees 11-6 and lead on the scoreboard 4-2. And that would have been just a horrible way to lose the lead,
what have
or
we
to lose
seen?
a run.
What have we seen in this ballpark? The game continued when the Red Sox had ended it, when they thought they had a win, when a fan ran on the field and was nowhere near the play. And we've seen the phantom tag by Knobloch. We've seen the Game 7 last year, the Aaron Boone home run. This one's not over, like Yogi said, until it's over.
Here is this series. Veritek leading at first, 0-1 to Cabrera. The pitch. It's low and away. Sinking fastball after sinking fastball. 1-1 the count. Stoudemire went out there to buy some time and perhaps to ask Quantrill to tell him if he really felt okay. He shakes a sign, now has the one he wants. A-Rod in at the edge of the grass at third. Throw to first. Runner back standing. Cabrera's shown no signs of bunting.
A gap shot into left center would look good.
The pitch. It's over the outside corner for a call strike. 1-2. Rule 709G, if in the judgment of an umpire, a base runner willfully and deliberately interferes with a ball in the act of a fielder fielding a ball with obvious intent to break up a double play, or not quite the rule here, the ball is dead, the umpire shall call the batter off for interference. So it's the same principle.
Right.
The pitch. Swinging a foul pop, first base side, out of play. In no event may bases be run or runs scored because of the action of such a runner.
So that's why Jeter went back to first, correct?
Right. I mean, he did willfully, in the umpire's judgment, to interfere with a fielder in the act of fielding a ball.
That would add maliciously.
Yes, it was rather malicious. It must have been an impulse. I must have been an impulsive reaction.
Right.
A-Rod didn't really argue a whole lot. I think he knew what he did.
Oh, he knew what he did.
The 1-2 pitch. And now he steps off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Bellhorn on deck. Success would love to add on some runs here.
Quantrill's in no hurry.
Now, you've never seen him work this slowly.
He's hurting.
The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a shot to second base. Could be 2. Cairo stumbles, gets it over to second. Out on to first. Safe. The little stumble and a poor feed that cost him a double play. Should have been 2. Was hit hard right at Cairo. Wasn't too far from the bag.
Yeah, it handcuffed him off his left side. He got it to Jeter, who got rid of it in a hurry, and the first base umpire got it right, Randy Marsh.
So 4-6 on the force, and here's Bellhorn, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Homered. A 3-run shot that the umpires had to caucus about before getting it right. And then he get a fly ball to right, on which Sheffield made a sliding catch.
Got more debris being thrown on the field, so if they keep doing this, we're going to have another 4-hour ball game.
Yep, and here come the umpires to talk, and Joe Torre coming to the mound. But the umpires, I think, are talking about the debris that's flying around.
Torre's going to lift Quantrill, I'm sure. And Bellhorn coming up. He wants somebody that can throw a little harder right now. And I think Torre's going to make a move. Is it going to be Sturts or Loaiza?
Joe West just talked to Hirschbeck, the third base umpire. I think the umpires are concerned about what's going on here, and Joe West is heading over to the dugout.
Red Sox dugout.
I wonder if he's going to ask that an announcement be made to the crowd here.
He would do that. He's talking to a policeman right now.
And here comes Bob Shepard, I think. He's been making an announcement, right.
The high standards of Yankee sportsmanship and refrain from throwing anything on the field. Thank you for your cooperation.
Bob Shepard is working his 116th consecutive postseason game tonight at Yankee Stadium, telling the fans to behave.
Tanyan Sturts is going to come on for New York.
So they're really concerned about Quantrill. In a way, it was surprising he was used tonight. He gave up 2 hits and retired 2 men. He is responsible for the runner at first base. No walks, no strikeouts. Tanyan Sturts last night pitched 1/3 of an inning. He got an out, but gave up a walk, and they didn't want him to face Manny because Manny's hit 8 home runs against him, so he was lifted for Gordon. Tanyan Sturts in this series has pitched pretty well. In 3 games, he's allowed 1 run in 2 2/3 innings. Overall in the postseason, Sturts, no decisions in 5 games, and 3 runs in 5 1/3 innings. 5.06 is ERA for the Worcester native.
With the length of time between pitches by Quantrill and the mist falling again and the breezy cold night, the Red Sox closer, Keith Folk, took a seat in the heated portion of the bullpen out there, and maybe with an out or 2, he'll start warming again. The umpires are over. Randy Marsh is over at the Yankee dugout at the far end of the dugout. I don't know if they're talking to security people or what, but there's a little confab going on over there, and they might be on a phone to asking for more security. That's the tunnel where the umpires come out.
Now Joe West is going over to talk to the security people, and the police officer's going over with him. I wonder if they are trying to point out a culprit here who might have thrown something.
No, I mean, there's multiple candidates. They're talking, I think, to the head of Yankee security right now, and they may want some more security or more police on the field. With this series, this rivalry so emotional, and some controversial calls with the umpires, Joe West is talking to a New York City policeman, and while this is a heated rivalry and this is an intense series, let's not forget how these folks served this great city and this country after 9/11 with the police and the fire department and what have you, the emergency service workers here doing a job, and now some of the police top officials are being talked to, and they're going to bring more police on the field, I believe.
They're talking to Kevin Hallinan, who's the MLB security chief, and
yeah, they're going to get more police on the field.
I think that is the concern right here, as this game has been halted, and a couple of more officers.
Now the head of Major League Baseball security is back on the field, and he's going to talk with Randy Marsh, and they're going to bring more police, I believe, on the field and position them around the outlines of the seating area or down near
the
lower
lines,
boxes.
Yeah. They want some more protection, I think, for the outfield umpires. They stand very close to those stands there. They're closer than anybody to the actual stands where the fans have been throwing the bottles, the plastic bottles, like water bottles, and a bits of baseball thrown out too.
Now Sandy Alderson is down there from Major League Baseball. He's talking with some of the umpires. Joe Torre is coming out. He's concerned that his pitcher Sturts is warmed up and there's been a long delay here, but it's the fans who have caused the delay. I mean, the umpires are in charge of the personnel on the field, and the security and the safety of the players and the umpires is right at the top of the list of concerns.
I once was at a game where it was ruled a forfeit because of the fans' rowdy behavior. Beer night in Cleveland back in 1974. It's not to that level yet, but
yeah, that's always a good idea. Nickel beer night.
Yeah,
now they have some of their riot police, if you will, with the helmets on, and they're going to be positioned along the first base foul line, and they're going to bring about a dozen members of the riot squad, it appears, and now some are coming down the third base line, the left field line as well. So the umpires have asked for added security, and they're going to get it. And they're going to make sure nothing breaks out here in this emotional ball game, in this emotional series. I tell you, there's a good 30 policemen right now who have moved out, and more keep filing out of the respective dugouts down the lines.
The Yankees, by the way, in the last of the ninth have Matsui, Williams, and Posada scheduled. All right, here comes Bellhorn to the plate. They're going to have to scatter on a foul pop-up.
Be like a jailbreak.
Yeah. Cabrera's on at first with one out. The Red Sox lead 4-2 in the top of the ninth as Tanyan Sturts, who has not thrown a pitch yet, gets set to face Bellhorn, who's had a big blow in the game, the 3-run homer in the fourth inning. He's also grounded into a 4-6-3 double play with the bases loaded in the second, and then hit a fly ball to right on which the diving catch was made by Sheffield. Sturts throws to first, and Cabrera hops back safely.
With all these police here, I thought there was a Martha Stewart sighting. Well, I've never seen this before, but it's warranted.
Yes, it is. The reaction was almost instant as soon as they overturned the call. Throw to first! Oh, they almost got him.
It's a good thing the police are down there, huh?
Indeed.
That was close.
Very close. He got picked off at home.
I tell you what happened. Tony Clark putting a slap tag on, hit the dirt first. If he comes clean across and hits Cabrera in the side, he's out. But he kicked up dirt.
4-2. Red Sox lead it in the ninth. Sturts to the set. Throws to first and hopping back safely.
It shouldn't be that close with his move like that.
I was very surprised the first one is that close. Bellhorn still hasn't seen a pitch. Now Sturts pauses. He delivers, and it's outside.
They've added an additional 41 police officers on the field.
In their full riot gear.
Well, these are different times we live in, unfortunately, and don't mess around with security. Error on the side of caution.
The 1-0, Carrera bluffs. It's over the outside corner for a call strike. Sturts is their fourth pitcher. Lieber, Heredia, Quantrill, and now Sturts. And appears to be Rivera warming. And Gordon. Tough to tell with just a little cutout from the padded wall there to see through. The 1-1 pitch, instead of throw to first, Cabrera hops back. It's not a very good move.
Loaiza and Vasquez.
That's interesting because some thought Vasquez might get the ball tomorrow. If there is a Game 7, we'll see. Here's the set by Sturts. The 1-1. Outside and high, 2-1.
I think Loaiza is the next guy they bring on. If they have to go to another pitcher, they may just have a side session going with Vasquez right now.
He did throw close to 100 pitches and getting the win in relief.
Saturday.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The runner goes. Check swing, taken high, and no throw. It's a strike. A late strike call by West. He might have felt he swung at it. And it's a stolen base for Cabrera.
His first of the postseason.
Why he didn't throw? Maybe he didn't have a good grip on it.
I think the bat might have been in his line of vision. And it's the mist falling again. His hands might be a little moist.
So Cabrera gets a steal for the running Red Sox. Stolen bases have been big in this series for Boston.
Third of the series.
The pitch. Low and away with a splitter.
You know how we see some knuckleheads run on the field from time to time? It wouldn't be a good idea tonight. With the riot squads down each line.
Wouldn't get very far. Damon on deck. 3-2 the count to Bellhorn with Cabrera at second and 1 out. Oh, another run would look so big right now. Here's the stretch. The pitch. Swinging a foul on the screen on a high fastball. Starts through that one at 93 miles an hour. Red Sox have never trailed in this one, but it's not very comfortable. Haven't seen an attendance figure yet, but certainly a full house. Might have been a few no-shows because of the weather, but not many. 3-2. Here's the set. Sturts delivers. High and away. Missed with ball 4.
It wasn't very long before those 40 police officers stepped out on the field. Once Randy Marsh went to the head of security and asked for some additional police presence. It didn't take them long at all. Pokey Reese will run for Bellhorn.
I wonder why
that's the first
Major League Baseball didn't send out the security, why the umpires had a call for it.
Well, they leave the game in the hands of the umpires once the game is underway, and the umpires must have felt that there was a security issue there. Bellhorn replaced by Reese here.
All right, here's Johnny Damon, who's 1 for 4. A strikeout, a single to left, a fly ball to left, and a grounder to second.
I would submit it's time for a Damon hit.
The pitch is taken high and away, ball 1. Johnny has 3 hits in 28 at-bats in the series. He's driven in 1, and now Mel Stottlemyre visits the mound. The Sturts seems to be overthrowing here. Sometimes Sturts tries to throw the ball 100 miles an hour and loses aim.
Somebody brought a blank sign. He wrote on it in a magic marker, obviously, "There's no riot police in baseball." Yes, there is.
Quick thinking.
Yes, there is.
Damon is 10 for 29, 1 for 6 this year against Sturts. All right, the conference over. Cabrera at second, Reese at first, 2 fast men aboard. Here's the pitch. Damon takes it high and away, 2-0. He's missing with high fastball after high fastball.
Look at the look on Joe Torre's face down in that dugout. And Tim McCarver was right on our pregame show. We'll get to that thought after this pitch.
The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow left field. Jeter is there. They call the infield fly rule, and he makes the catch in shallow left center. 2 men down for Bill Miller.
Yeah, the 2-0 pitch.
Well, that
but
really hurt.
McCarver's thought was these managers getting criticized when really the players should be held accountable for what they do or don't get done on the field.
So 2 out for Bill Miller. He's 0 for 3, hit by a pitch, grounded into a 6-3 double play, bounced out 3-1, and grounded to first. Miller 1 for 7 in the past against Sturts. Here's the pitch. Swing and a weak grounder foul up the first base side on a splitter. Again, the Yankees in the last of the ninth. Matsui, Bernie Williams, and Posada. Sierra to follow. Game 6 and another tight one. Pete Falk is no longer warming. He's ready. Remember, he's thrown 72 pitches the last 2 days. Sturts to the set. The pitch to Miller. Low, scooped by Posada, ball 1. The Red Sox tonight have stranded 5 and hit into 2 double plays. Sturts seated in the bullpen now, but he's set. Polk. Sturts ready to pitch. Manny's on deck. The lone Sturts. Here's the set. The 1-1 pitch. Outside and high, 2-1. Manny has 8 career home runs off Sturts, and Torrey does not let him pitch to Manny.
He will not, and especially if Miller draws a walk here, let's say, to load the bases. He'd never face Manning.
Cabrera at second. Reese running for Bellhorn at first to stay in the game to play second in the ninth.
The umpires must have had a palpable feeling of danger down there to call for this many police.
The pitch, swing and a pop-up into shallow left field. Jeter is there. And he drifts with it and makes the catch. The Red Sox lead 2, so it's a precarious 2-run lead going to the last of the 9th. After 8.5, Boston 4, New York 2 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. So the fans throwing some objects on the field here after the reversal of the umpire's call in the 8th. Words from Curtis Liskanek on a pregame show proved to be prophetic.
It's not that big of a deal when they talk about your mother and your wife and stuff, but when they start throwing, stuff at you, if they hit you with stuff like that, that hurts, you know what I mean? A couple guys almost hit me with a lighter last time and a quarter. I think I got hit. I picked up the quarter and actually put it in my pocket, but
good thinking.
Yeah, I don't care if they talk about my mother and my wife and stuff like that and how, other personal things, but when they start throwing stuff, that's when it gets tough.
Curtis Liskanek talking before the game about the fans out in the bullpen area, but they were throwing plastic bottles of baseballs on the field after the umpire ruled A-Rod out for interference. All right, here is Keith Foulke. He's thrown 72 pitches the last 2 nights.
The extra riot police that have been on the field are leaving from the right field line back into a tunnel just off the Yankee dugout. Those on the left field line, the Red Sox side have moved into the front row in front of the paying customers where they could come on the field quickly if needed.
All right, a 2-run Boston lead. Matsui in the batter's box. The pitch is in there for a call strike, a fastball. Foulke last night pitched an inning in the 3rd, no runs, 1 hit. Pitched 2 2/3 innings the night before and did not allow a run nor a hit. Matsui backs out. Keith Foulke has really been an Iron Man. 4 games, 5 innings in the series, 1 hit, no runs. Foulke sets the pitch. Matsui takes a changeup, low and away. Last night he got Matsui to line to left with 2 on and 2 out in the 8th inning. Night before he got him on a ground out and a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And it's just outside, 2-1. 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Yankees. Red Sox trying to hang on to force Game 7 tomorrow. No club has ever lost the first 3 games of the series and even won the next 3. The pitch in there for a call strike. He took the fastball. 2-2. That was 89 miles an hour. He'd been down to 86 last night, although there could be a difference in the radar readings between Fenway's gun and this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Matsui, who's been the big star for the Yankees in this series. Foulke sets the pitch. Swing at a little dribbler. Foul ball. Taratek pounced on it.
Talk about a game of inches. About 8 inches shy of the first out of the 9th inning.
Matsui 0 for 3 tonight, so he's one of his last 10. Actually, one of his last 12 going back to his triple in the 6th inning. Night before. Foulke with a 2-2 count. Foulke sets. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-2. A walk would bring the tying run to the plate. Rivera not throwing. It's El Duque in the Yankee bullpen now.
These are desperate times.
Foulke with a 3-2 count to Hideki Matsui. He's ready. From the stretch, the pitch. Outside, he walked him. Walked him on a high fastball. The tying run comes to the plate in the person of Bernie Williams, who homered into the upper deck and right in the 7th. He's also popped to 3rd and grounded out 3-1. Nobody's warming in the Red Sox bullpen.
First walk issued by a Red Sox pitcher tonight.
It's up to Keith Foulke. Bernie Williams, the all-time postseason home run leader. Homered again tonight, his 22nd. He's up there from the left side with another power threat, Posada, and another power threat after that, another switch hitter, Sierra. Foulke comes to the set. Reese at second base now, the pitch. It's in there for a strike, a changeup. 0-1 to Bernie. Matsui being held on by Minkiewicz. It's a double play in order. 2 hits and a strikeout. Polk sets for the 0-1. Here it comes. And the fastball's a little high. Didn't get the call. 1-1.
Red Sox season riding on every pitch here.
Trying to force the game tomorrow. 4-2 Boston. They got all 4 runs in the 4th inning. Nobody out in the 9th. Yankees at 61 come from behind wins this year. Polk sets. The 1-1. Bernie takes a call strike over the outside corner. A fastball.
That was 90.
Polk struck him out night before last. Last night got him a foul to first. And Kavich again holding Matsui has a very short lead. They are well off the right field line. Pretty much straight away. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased the changeup out of the strike zone and goes down on strikes. He chased a bad pitch low and away, went after the motion there, and Bernie Williams went fishing and came up empty.
Here's one of the leaders this year and grounding into double plays as we hit midnight.
Posada, the co-leader in the American League. But he's a power threat. He flied to deep right, grounded to first, and popped to second. Polk walked him the night before last. And last night got him to pop up to first. Polk sets the pitch. Over the outside corner for a call strike.
How much more can anybody take? This is just gut-wrenching.
Polk doesn't have a winner's save in this series, but that doesn't begin to tell the story.
No.
The 0-1 pitch from the set. Here it is. Swing and a ground ball foul outside of third. Oh, you don't see Posada many ground balls down the left field line. We take 10 seconds on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You're listening to Southern New England's home for the Boston Red Sox. News Radio 630 WPRO, Providence, a Citadel broadcasting station.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Polk facing Posada, the tying run. Kapler very deep in right. Polk is ready. The 0-2. Outside and high with a fastball. He doesn't often chase. And another home run threat. Sierra on deck, and Tony Clark too after that. So they really have 4 straight switch hitters in their lineup. But Polk just as effective against left-hand batters normally. He's ready. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up third base side. Back goes Bill Miller in shallow left. He reaches it and makes the catch near the foul line for the out. Bill Miller got it. It was a fair ball. About 20 feet back on the grass. 2 men down for Sierra.
1 more to get, and another power threat coming to the plate as Sierra steps in. Posada really jammed himself. That pitch was in on him, and all he could do was pop it up to the left side. He got jammed.
Sierra grounded out against Polk, and last night popped out against it.
He's had trouble with off-speed stuff. Minkiewicz will play behind Matsui. He'll guard the line.
Take that back. He walked against him last night. Tony Clark on deck. So here is Ruben Sierra. The tying run with 2 out in the 9th inning. Matsui at first. Minkiewicz will guard the line. Miller wide of the line at third. Polk to the set. The pitch. Way outside. Ball 1. Matsui opened the inning with a walk, still at first. Keith Polk comes to the set position. Outfield deep straight away. 39-year-old Ruben Sierra takes a fastball for a call strike. 1-1. Another dramatic ball game here in the Bronx. What a series this has been. And the Red Sox hope there's more tomorrow. Here's the set. The 1-1 to Sierra. Just a little high. That was a fastball again. 2-1. Olerud obviously not available to pinch hitter. He'd be out there with for Clark. But Sierra's the man who matters most right here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Folk to the set. The pitch on its way. Change up. Where was that? He didn't get the call. Maybe a little outside and low, and it's 3-1. A walk would bring the winning run to the plate.
This is a dangerous count.
Oh, that pitch looked pretty good.
If there was anything that was low, Jason Varitek looked back in surprise when he didn't hear a strike call from Joe West, and now Varitek will go out and talk with Folk.
So it's gone to 3 balls and 1 strike. Clark, who's next, struck out against Folk night before, and last night hit that double down the right field line that, fortunately for the Red Sox, became a ground rule double, or the run would have scored. 3-1 to Sierra. Folk sets. Here's the pitch. And it's in there, a fastball. He was taking all the way, it appeared. 3-2 to Sierra.
So now Matsui will be off and running with the 3-2 pitch with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th.
Ruben Sierra has struck out all 3 times he's been at the plate tonight. All against Schilling. He taps the bat on the plate. Levels it. Folk looks in for the sign from Varitek. Comes to the set position. He kicks and delivers. Swing and a foul out of play right below us. So Sierra and Folk will battle again. That was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The Red Sox with a 4-2 lead in the last of the 9th inning. Trying to force a game 7. Folk comes to the set position. Here it is. He walked him. He missed outside with ball 4. Now Tony Clark comes up and he represents the winning run. Tony Clark, who doubled off Folk last night, he was with the Red Sox.
Red Sox will play the outfield as deep as can be. They don't want anything going over an outfielder's head to get Sierra home.
Clark is the winning run. The tying runs are on. Tony Clark, switch hitter with power. 0 for 3 tonight, a fly to left and 2 strikeouts. But he did hit the double last night on a changeup. Clark had 16 home runs in the regular season. Here's the set by Folk. The runners lead at first and second. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. Pyro on deck. Folk slaps at a return throw. Blows on the pitching hand.
I don't know if he'll come inside at all to Clark. Make him hit it to the big part of the ballpark.
Wind blowing out, it seems, but it's a swirling type wind on this cold night. Kapler almost on a warning track in right. Damon very deep in center. The 1-0 pitch to Clark. Here it is. Outside and high, ball 2. He's missed with a couple of fastballs.
Contact hitter on deck in Cairo.
Then Folk gets the last out here. They're always the toughest of the game, and he's certainly fatigued after so many pitches the last 2 nights. He's not thinking about that now, though. Here's the 2-0 pitch from the set. Here it is. It's in there for a call strike, a fastball at the knees. 2-1 to Clark. He had a tough time with the Red Sox in the 0-2 season, but handled it well. He's been with the Mets and the Yankees after that. He levels the bat across the plate. 6'7" switch hitter from the left side. 2-1 the count. Folk delivers. Swing and a foul up the third base side, out of play into the upper deck. So it's 2-2. Varitek out to talk to Folk again.
1 strike away.
Sierra used to run well. They're not running for him. They could be used Crosby, but they've elected not to do that apparently. Or Wilson, although Wilson's not that quick. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, 4-2 Boston, last of the 9th, and Clark asks for time just as Folk is about to pitch. You don't want to go to 3-2 here if you can avoid it, because that means that the runners will be going. They're very, very deep and straight away in the outfield. Here's the set by Folk. The pitch. Low. He missed with a changeup. Veritek blocked it, so now the runners will be going. Somehow you knew it'd come down to this. 3-2.
You're 10 minutes away from another 4-hour game.
Cairo would be the next hitter. Keith Folk with the pressure on. 2 on, 2 out. 9th inning, 4-2. Boston again. Clark backs out. Folk does not let the pitching rubber. He looks in. And now asks Veritek to go through the signs again. He's walked 2, which is certainly unlike Keith. Here's the stretch. The runner's ready to go. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw a fastball by him. Game 7 coming up tonight here at Yankee Stadium. Keith Folk sends the Red Sox on to a 7th and deciding game by striking out Tony Clark on a 3-2 fastball, and the Red Sox win it 4-2. For the first time in baseball history, a team has lost the first 3 games of a series and come back to win the next 3. And Game 7 will be played with the first pitch at 8:19 on Wednesday evening here in the Bronx. As the old gunner Bob Prince would say, the voice of the Pirates, we had them all the way.
Don't overlook what Curt Schilling gave this club tonight and what Keith Folk gave this club tonight, as both had to be... Well, Folk on the one end of it had to be fatigued after pitching the last 2 games and throwing a lot of pitches. And Curt Schilling on a bad ankle pitched one of the most brilliant games you will ever see in a postseason as the Red Sox force a Game 7 with a 4-2 win.
Now they're ushering the players into the dugout as quickly as possible here because of the situation.
We have Bronson Arroyo with us right now, who worked in between Schilling and Folk and gave the Red Sox an inning of work. And Bronson, a lot of people surprised that there's going to be a Game 7, but certainly nobody in that Red Sox clubhouse.
No, without question. We never lost hope. There's a lot of fight in this clubhouse, and they took the first 3 from us, and we took the last 3. So, what better way to end it than Game 7 again?
What can you say? The play?
I was looking at Minkiewicz, and I saw he wasn't going to get to the bag. And I thought A-Rod would already have been, closer to the bag, but I looked over and I kind of relaxed my hands, and he karate chopped my left arm and shot the ball out.
And what happened with the umpires? Did you hear the conversation?
I did not hear the conversation, but, I didn't think they could miss the play because it was so blatant.
Thanks, Branson.
Thanks very much for joining us. They're ushering everybody off the field and out of the dugout as quickly as possible here because
security
what
reasons.
Happened earlier with the bottles and the baseballs being thrown after that call that Bronson talked about was reversed. He called it a karate chop.
We have Kevin Millar with us right now. And Kevin, is it cowboy up, or what is it right now for this club?
Just a bunch of gamers going at it right now, man. This team's never saying die. And I tell you right now, people had us counting out, sweeping, all that baloney, and now we're back to Game 7 and the Sox are rolling.
What can you say about what Curt Schilling gave this team tonight?
Unbelievable. I mean, this guy's ankle is just tremendous. I mean, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Everybody's laying everything on the line, and this is the playoffs, man. If I got to pitch tomorrow, I will.
Do you think he was pitching in pain tonight?
I don't know what he was doing, but whatever he's doing, I hope he does the same thing the next round.
Well, it wouldn't be easy, Kevin. Went down to the last pitch, but that's the way these two teams play it.
This is what baseball's all about. We got Game 7 tomorrow night in Yankee Stadium, and it was a year ago last year, so we're going to try to get this thing rolling.
Real quick before we let you leave, tell us about your approach tonight, the team's approach against John Lieber, who was so dominant the last 2 times you saw him.
Just to make him throw pitches and make him get that ball with a white. I moved up on the plate, and I stood almost on the plate, and I wanted him to challenge me inside, and my first at bat I got behind, and he left the ball up, got a base at the right, and then my next at bat he tried to bust me in, and that's what I wanted to do, and doubled, and it got us rolling, and it was just a big hit by Bellhorn, and I'm glad the umpires got together and got both calls right.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right, Keith Folk with a save here, a brilliant one. Kevin Millar had the double to start that rally. He had a couple of hits, and Bronson Arroyo was victimized by the karate chop of Alex Rodriguez, who after the umpire's caucus was called out for interference. A huge play in this ball game as it turned out. Terry Francona has already told the television audience that Lowe is a likely starter tomorrow because he has more in the tank than anybody else. Remember, Wakefield pitched 3 innings last night, but I'm sure it'll be a staff effort if needed. And the Yankees haven't named their starter. Will be joining the news conferences as we move along here.
I think tonight's game was timed at 3 hours and 51 minutes, but what a win by the Red Sox. I mean, they were dead in the water after the bombing they took Saturday at Fenway. And to come back and win the next 3 to pull even for the first time in history at 3-3. How much pressure now on the New York Yankees?
Well, it's huge pressure. No team has, as we mentioned, won 3 after losing the first 3, let alone come back to win a series. So we are waiting for Joe Torre to come to the podium. He would not discuss a Game 7 starter before. He did have Vasquez warming. He had El Duque warming. Kevin Brown would be the guy logically, but he was hit so hard in Game 3. We'll find out.
But with Vasquez, that could have been like a side session. I mean, if they would have been forced to use him, they would. They didn't have to get him in the game. So that could have been a side session, the same for El Duque. This could be like a spring training game tomorrow night for both clubs in that your starters aren't going to go very long, or you don't know if they'll go very long. You might have to use the entire staff because it is, after all, Game 7, and it's deja vu all over again.
Well, remember, Terry Francona took out Lowe in the 6th inning in Game 4, and he threw 88 pitches. So that was Sunday. He'd have 2 days rest. Wakefield last night pitched 43 pitches in 3 innings. He'd have just the 1 day of rest. Arroyo's probably out of the picture now. Maybe an inning in relief, but he's not going to start. So the Red Sox win this one 4-2, forcing Game 7. More on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network after this.